What's going on, guys? Peasant's daughter. Really organic. Let's see who's here. The chat was cracking. And I just got on. How's everybody doing? Lovely little Saturday. Guys, we're on the monsters. We've had a couple beers for lunch. I was forced to. Went to lunch with some friends. Some old friends. Couldn't say no. So, let's hold it together today. I think it'll be all right. Sorry about that, Luke. He said the music is loud. My bad. Let me scroll up. Is J-Star still in here? I saw J-Star was talking to Bart, giving me the free promotion. Appreciate that, bro, on Bart's stream. You're like, hey, Drew's going live in 70 minutes. Appreciate that. I'm sure Bart was like, is that Drew? Faking me out in the chat? Gems in here. Go Onders. Anti-vegan. Tuesday. Tina Knox. What's up, everybody? What up, Andy Tames? What's up is today's been a fun little day. I went to lunch with a couple buddies. Got a nice lunch bought for me. We had unlimited meat. We went to a place, Korean barbecue. I don't know if you've ever been to a Korean barbecue before, but they bring out like unlimited meat. So it's kind of an unlimited meat supply. You just pay $25 and you just order on the menu whatever you want. And they just keep bringing meat by, whatever you want. I had raw liver. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, do so now, at Drew Moore, just like my channel name. And I put a story up of me eating raw liver if you want to see that. So I had some raw liver. You know, it's kind of an exotic treat to have. And of course, my friends were not about that life. They were not trying to eat raw liver. But normally you cook it. You get like a big thing in the center, a big cooking area in the center, and you just keep throwing meat on, and you just keep cooking it up. And they just keep bringing it by. Gary Nemesis, what's up? Clayton Kloppenborg. Digestion Aftermath. We're going to see some pictures of destroyed toilets. No pictures. Just war stories. Clayton Kloppenborg was my personal chef today at the Korean barbecue. Sorry, J-Star. What should I call you? Sweetie, honey, baby? Can't be bro. My bad. But thank you nonetheless for the shout out in Bart's stream. Luke here says, I was stream hopping today again. Frankie Boys, Bart's, and you now. Love it, dude. Love it, Luke. I'm pretty sure you're a dude. Yeah, so the liver, they give you the right amount. They probably give you about this much. Like, this much, you know, it's like the size of an iPhone. And I don't like cooked liver, so I was just hoping that the raw liver was going to be decent. And it actually did taste pretty good. The first bite was like, oh yeah, that's liver. And then I threw it on the in the sauces. I started dousing it in hot sauce, and it was really good. The liver was banging. Yeah, appreciate the likes, guys. Subscribe, like, do all the good stuff. You guys know what's up. Hopefully the alerts work today. Won't have to get bamboozled by the... It's juicy, man. It went crazy last time. That was so funny. Planetary Farms, hello, Drew, and all you crazy meat eaters. We are crazy. Aren't we? I'm on the monsters again, guys. I couldn't resist yesterday. Since Thanksgiving, just eating so off diet, and it's just tough. So I'm... one thing I can't let go is the stream. I have to be here for the stream. Got to get at least one piece of content out for the week. And I want to make another video also just talking about digestion a little bit more. And maybe we'll talk a little bit about it today. But I'm going on the woo-woo shit, guys. I'm going spiritual. Drew Morgan is going spiritual, dieting. You heard it here. I'm going natural remedies. Lots of girls in the chat. Well, damn, I am partying. Gonna watch later. Anina, you're partying? Where are you partying? You hit me in the DMs earlier. Yeah, we need some updates on this party action. What are you doing out there? Luke Gear says, after the Durian Bart debate, you read one of my comments saying that dating is a waste of time. I don't remember that comment, but I wouldn't say it's a waste of time. I mean, it depends on what your objective is. If you want, if you want things to move forward, you kind of have to date, right? Dubson says to have alerts off during the podcast, especially round table. Nah. We're rocking the alerts, baby. That's gonna become. I'm gonna dial it in. I can adjust the volume of the alerts. Everybody's freaking out because that one alert went crazy because I didn't have it set up correctly. So I'm sorry, guys, that the one alert on the first day. There's a lot of pressure that day, and it just didn't work. Thomas, you want to know the personal stuff? What happened with you? We're not gonna talk about that right now, or ever. You can ask her. How about that? Really organic monster, me. Anti-vegan just leaving soon. All right. We'll talk to you later. We'll talk to you later Tuesday. Hey, I'm glad you're liking the channel, Luke. Yeah, I'm going spirit you all. Drew, do you follow a low-carb diet for the most part? Yes, absolutely. I do. I've been eating a ton of carbs this week, though. So don't... I'm not scared of carbs. I do feel best eating low carb, and I think that it's best for body composition and stuff like that. Sorry, one second. Yeah, so as far as low carb goes, that's how I normally roll. That was juicy, man. Yeah, I know. It freaked out for like 1 minute out of a 3-hour stream. Come on, man. Give me some slack here. Holistic carnivore. That's me. That's me. Yeah. Oh well. That was not because the alert's fault. That was my fault for setting it up incorrectly. So it freaked out for like a whole minute. Oh well. Oh well. But anyways, more on the spiritual carnivore. So the vegans might be right about one thing, guys. Yes, you heard it here. The vegans might be right about something. When you don't consume the Morgang. Thank you, Pierre Farin. The vegans might be right about the fact that your underlying digestive issues do not heal on their own over a long period of time, even when not consuming the plant foods. Okay? You heard it here first. You heard it here first. And what I'm doing now is I've been watching Heal Your Gut Guy on YouTube. I really recommend that channel. Again, it's Heal Your Gut Guy. Super good information. Guy seems to have a better understanding than anybody on YouTube regarding gut issues. And yeah, he talks about taking antifungals, aka garlic, raw garlic. So I've been doing raw garlic cloves twice a day, just like a big hunk of garlic, cutting it up, and then I'll just swallow it down with my meal. And I swear to you guys, my digestion has been amazing this past week since I've been doing that. Doesn't even matter how much coffee I drink, nothing. It's like, if there is any type of fungal overload in there, some candida bullshit, it's taking care of it. It's amazing. So, I'm going to keep doing it for at least 30 days. What's up, Tina? How you doing? She says, hey, Drew. Linda says, thought I missed drama? What drama are you trying? What drama do we need to recap? I didn't think we needed a recap stream from last week, by the way. Like, the DurianRider debate. I kind of covered it at the very end of that debate. Like, I gave my thoughts on it. The comments have been so interesting. By the way, there's been over 1,300 comments on that video alone. 11,000 plus views. It's probably my biggest stream. Period. Crazy amount of views and coverage. The average view retention was 35 minutes on that stream. 35 minutes. Like, I'm pretty pleased with that. Go Under says antifungals are crucial after vegan life. Help me out big time. Yeah, so, man, you know, I want to share. I hate YouTubers that just make it about me. But I do want to share about my personal experience here, because this is the only thing I have to relate to. And I kept very good track of what happened to me. And I think if you're out there struggling with digesting carbs and fiber, this information can help you. So what happened to me when I was vegan, about 2.5 years in, I did a juice fast, right? Because my digestion sucked. I did a juice fast. 30 days. No hard solid foods for 30 full days. So what happened was I had crazy digestion during that juice fast. But as soon as I then went to regular food again, my digestion was actually really, really good. I had 6 to 9 months I would consider of almost perfect digestion as a vegan, which was unheard of for me before. So then what happened was I had this 6 to 9 months of perfect digestion. I was already eating protein powders and some soy milk at that time to gain weight and muscle mass. And then I started adding in peanut butter and peanut butter and more soy milk. Like I doubled down on the soy milk, and I had a horrible, horrible stomach. Something happened in my stomach for a whole week. I was really sick, really, really sick. No exaggeration, like the worst sickness I've ever had. So that week was probably some sort of infection in my gut. Some sort of leaky gut shit happened. Crazy infection happened. I was very, very sick. And then it went away. I figured I was fine. I kept eating like I was eating that gave me that problem. And I continued, of course, having really bad digestion. So whatever the case was, I'm guessing now that I probably had some sort of fungal infection that then never went away up to this day. So even though my digestion has vastly improved on a carnivore type diet, I still have something in there that's irritating my gut, because when I do eat fiber and I do eat some carbs, I do have some, backlash, let's say. So therefore, I'm going to go to the antifungals like the garlic. And I'm going to make a video about this, detailing this whole thing soon. It's going to be my Quest to Digest series. It'll be my second video that I make for that. I want to talk a little bit more into detail so that people can follow along on this, because it is something that's currently unfolding for me right now. Thomas says it's called gas. Yeah, but there's a lot of people out there that can eat that stuff and they don't have any issues. So I want to be one of those people. Plants are medicine, not food. I think I agree with that. Yep, Richard says that. Really Organic says she has videos coming out or cautioning against garlic. It works for some and not for others. Be careful. It doesn't seem to have any negative impact on me. I've never noticed an impact with garlic. So there we go. Dubson says, do you swallow it whole without chewing? Does he say you get the same benefits if you just add it into your food meal? I'd swallow it raw and not whole, but I break it into little pieces and then I swallow it down. I don't chew it up though. I hope DurianRider and Natasha show up again. Me too. J-Star says, kefir helped me. Yeah, so the kefir and the probiotics will be the second stage. Like, you'll first kill the fungus that's in there, the candida overgrowth, and get it into manageable levels for your body. Then you would implement the probiotics, which will then replenish the gut with good bacteria, which will keep the fungal things and candida under control on a long-term basis. As long as you don't take any antibiotics or damage your gut in any way, which will then again invite infection in again, then you should be fine. Tina says, you did a great job moderating. I appreciate that. That was a super fun debate. It wasn't a debate. It was more like a discussion. But DurianRider, man, that guy's hilarious. Humans wouldn't have all these problems in the first place. So if animal-based carnivore makes you feel better, do you need to heal anything if you can eat all you need? I think if you ate carnivore and animal-based from day one, like as a baby with, all the proper probiotics loaded into your system, such as from your mother with your breast milk and all that stuff, and you never took antibiotics in your life, yeah, you could theoretically get by with it. But I took antibiotics as recently as 6 years ago, right before I went vegan. So what do you know? I had the worst digestion ever. Then I went vegan. Digestion was bad because I had mononucleosis about 9 months before I went vegan. So I was sick for a whole month. I had strep throat. They gave me antibiotics, Z-Pak, if you know what that is. And I was really sick. I needed it, but I never took any probiotics or anything to then give me back my good healthy gut bacteria. Beyond Conventional says, going plant-based made my digestion and overall gut health much better, but I also didn't have any serious issues to begin with. Yeah, I think that some people can handle it and some people can't. And I think that's where we're getting a lot of this vegan versus carnivore battle, is the vegans that never had gut issues in the first place. They're blaming the ex-vegans for what they ate. It's like, dude, we're eating the same stuff as you, but you can digest it and I can't. There's a difference. Something is going on there. And that's what we need to figure out. And of course, the vegans say, well, there's some underlying issue with your gut, but they don't know how to heal it. Because they're over there telling people every day of the week that you can heal your gut by eating a vegan diet. And that's not true. It's not going to heal. If you have a fungal overload, candida overgrowth in your belly, you are never going to heal it as a vegan. In fact, it's going to get worse as a vegan because you're feeding it sugar, which is what it thrives on. Rosalind says, Drew, how many subs do you have now? I want this channel to thrive. The channel is growing. We've hit the subscriber count. Subscriber count is not going to be shown or talked about. And since I've hidden it, the channel has picked up even more momentum. So we're just going to leave it at that. When I hit a big milestone, I don't know what it'll be. I'll share it. I'll talk about it. For those of you that are like day one people, I'll share it because I want to share the growth with you guys. But for the casual people who just see me on a live stream and see the name on the title, DurianRider or whatever, those people don't tend to subscribe unless the channel is already big. There's a weird psychology that goes along with people subscribing to channels. And even though I have these huge discussions on my channel with really well-known people and really good viewer retention and all these amazing statistics, people don't tend to subscribe to the channel because they see that the channel numbers are overall pretty small. You see somebody with like 4,000 subscribers, you don't want to join that community because you're like, it's like a little fledgling community. It's not big enough yet. I'll join them when they're 100,000. Nah, we're going to take that out of the equation. I don't want people to think that just because the channel's small that it doesn't have a massive impact, because in my opinion, what we talk about on this channel is as important as anybody else's channel in the health space. And I really mean that. Luke says, half those comments were me talking trash talking Durian. I may have lost my cool a bit. I don't remember what you said to DurianRider, but you got to give him some slack, man. He was in there, 2 versus 1 in the discussion, basically, plus me, although I was kind of playing the devil's advocate on his behalf more than I was on the other guy's behalf. Depends on how you look at it. A lot of people were criticizing, saying that I gave Bart the ability to talk more crap to DurianRider, but I mean, that's not true. I don't agree with that. Thomas says, given that Michaela still gets deadly sick from a tiny piece of plant matter after so long on carnivore, I don't think it heals the gut. Yeah. I mean, it's not going to continue inflaming the gut. That's the important thing. That's step one. Stop damaging your gut. Then how do you heal the gut? You might need antifungals. You might need, who knows? Then you give the probiotics. So I don't know. I'm still a newbie with this stuff. I'm still learning myself, and I want to heal my own gut to like powerful levels. You know what I mean? I want to be able to eat whatever I want and not have to worry about it. Real Organic says, I never noticed an impact of garlic until I totally eliminated it for several months, and then when I reintroduced it, the problems were obvious. Body is very adaptable. I haven't had garlic in months, if not a year. And when I reintroduced it, I felt nothing bad at all. Porch Turd says that his best digestion ever was on a 100% fruit diet for a few months. If you have healthy gut flora and you don't have any damage to your gut, there's a good chance that you can eat that way. And I did experience good digestion after my juice fast by eating a mostly fruit-based diet. It is true. You should let garlic sit for about 10 to 15 minutes to activate the chemical. Interesting. Okay. J-Star once again says, the energy drinks irritate the gut. Add in 3 liters of water a day for 3 days. When you go back to Monster on the 4th day, you'll see how sweet it is and you won't want it. Yeah, I agree that energy drinks are irritating to the gut. I'm only recently adding them back in. I was off of them for like almost a month. I'm playing around with it again this week because I like the flavor, and I've also been having a really weird sleep schedule due to the holidays and people over at my house and all this stuff. So I am just kind of doing this now for my own pure enjoyment My caffeine intake has been relatively under control, which is a good thing. Lua says, does anybody know of any good natural antibiotics? Sometimes I have to take antibiotics for skin infections. See, this is where I say research garlic, because to me, garlic is probably one of the most natural things you can have, and it's been helping. It hasn't had any negative issues on my system, and I consider myself really sensitive to everything. Taylor says, I tried carnivore for a few days, had a shit ton of inflammation. Interesting. See, we all react differently. I mean, I'm willing to accept somebody has inflammation on a carnivore diet. I don't see how that's possible. I definitely didn't react that way. But I could see, you know, if you're really carb focused, if your body's used to eating a lot of carbs and then you just cut them out, I can see there being some sort of negative reaction from that aspect. Luke Gear, you love DurianRider. I'm going to say it again. To me, Durian is just like that old uncle we all have who's constantly saying stuff to pretend to be cool and hip. He is cool and hip, though. DurianRider's hilarious. Sorry if I'm like way behind on the chat, but no, I cannot walk on my hands. Really organic. I do not consider that any type of special skill either. I think anybody can learn to walk on their hands or do a handstand within 2 days. DurianRider, caffeine is a bitch on the gut, dude. DurianRider, how's it going? You want to come on the stream, dude? Sub and welcome to the More Gang. I'll have to pull you on. Hey, don't be hassling me about my monster. I'm just saying, let me live my life, okay? Let me live my life. You're on steroids, all right? J-Star says, do you have any other symptoms of candida? Energy drinks would contribute a lot. Yeah, but I drink zero sugar energy drinks. Always. I never drink any type of sugar drinks. Not soda, nothing. What did Harley say earlier? What kind of inappropriate stuff is Harley saying? Subs come and go, nothing lasts forever? Do it for the contribution, the sub numbers. Yep. I'm with that, man. Like, I'm here to really learn some shit, dude. Bring in the best. Bring in the best. I will cross-examine, dissect anybody. My questions cut right to the fucking chase, dude. That's how I feel about it. You bring in Dr. Greger, you bring in the best keto carnivore coaches, because I'm going to hit them with the experience questions. Like, I've tried your diets for years. I've done them correctly. I've researched them correctly. So you tell me how I did it wrong exactly. Exactly how did I do it wrong? And usually they cannot tell you. The Ted Carr cranberry elixir. Yeah, right, dude. The straight sugar elixir cranberry. Steroids are good for gut health. Stimulants never. Harley, you're a madman. You are an absolute madman. If you think that one monster every couple days is worse for your health than straight up steroids, I don't know what to tell you. I just don't think they're that bad. If you're otherwise pretty healthy. But hey, I could be wrong. I'm willing to be wrong. At least Harley's a giving vegan, guys. He actually said that if you cannot handle a vegan diet, that you should eat eggs and you should eat animal foods. That is the most honest vegan comment that has ever existed anywhere on YouTube. Yeah, Luke Gear says, it seems weird to me that inflammation starts on beginning carnivore, dumping of toxins maybe. Yeah, I don't know about that. That seems a little suspect. I don't know, how are you going to say you have inflammation too, by the way? I'm not attacking you, but it's like, oh, I'm inflamed. Where are you inflamed? Your knees? Like, I don't understand. Walking on your hands is definitely a skill. Dubson says. Yeah, I mean, I can't do it, but is it the hardest thing in the world? No. You could learn to stand on your hands in like probably a couple days of practice. When Tim Sheaf was in Hawaii, he was training me how to do it. And it wasn't that hard. I could balance not with my feet pointed up. I could balance just with my I don't know how to explain it, but on my hands, but not feet straight up. I had to like kink my legs. Yeah. The white monster, sugar free. Zombie Teddy says, Drew, did you lose your support leaving the vegan cult or gain? Not judging, just curious. I on YouTube or in real life? Because on YouTube I didn't have a big following yet. But in real life I lost. No, people didn't really judge me, man. My friends that I knew in real life, my vegan friends, they kind of backed me. A lot of them left veganism shortly after I started eating meat. DR says he can speak from personal experience, but I have personal experience with Monster. You have personal experience with steroids. So what I say goes with the energy drinks. What you say goes with the steroids. Yeah, what about that Robert Lockhart passing? That's kind of what I'm making these comments about the handstanding, because people were saying that he could stand on his hands up until 75 years old. And while I'm going to be honest with you, that's quite impressive. Is that a measure of strength? Not really. Not when your body is as frail as his has been for the past 10 years. I mean, come on. Like, how low are we setting the standard of fitness? The guy literally weighed like 100 pounds or something. He was stick figure skinny. It's terrible. Seriously, rest in peace to the man. But we can't be saying, oh, he was a fit, healthy man up until his dying age. Like, he didn't look healthy to me for a long time. And that's the messed up part, is people were criticizing that guy for a long time, saying he didn't look healthy. And then, now he passes and it's like, oh shit, maybe he actually wasn't healthy. My grandfather lived to 76, had a heart attack, smoker his entire life, type 1 diabetic for 40 years. And then you have Robert Lockhart, who dies a year younger than him, but he's been living the purest fruitarian lifestyle for the past 50 years or whatever, living in the tropics. Like, let's compare results here. You can do stream for a bit. Robert Lockhart had anorexia, yeah. Newly awakened, balance in the middle of a room. For me, anyway. Cheyenne, sup, dog? What up? Yeah, the amount of 75-year-olds doing a legit handstand is low, but that doesn't take muscular strength or ability. That is more of a skill and a talent. It's like saying they can juggle. That doesn't take strength or any type of stamina. It's not a physical, difficult skill. You could train that to somebody who's very weak. You don't need strength to do a handstand. Robert clearly did veganism wrong. Yeah, dry fasting. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of dry fasting, but, Harley, if you go on Zoom, I'll send you a meeting invite. I'm going to send it to your email right now. I just sent it right now. Curious how many push-ups you can do, buddy. I train calisthenics on spare time. I went from 0 to 13 in 2 years. Oh, pull-ups. My best ever pull-ups, very, very clean form on the Olympic rings, was 17, and for one set. I'm sure if I kept training it, I would probably hit over 20 or whatever. You know, I got to a point with pull-ups where I couldn't really gain any more reps. I would have needed like weighted reps in order to get any higher up. If you want to see that, I actually did a video a few months ago training in my garage on a live stream. You can go check that out. Newly Awakened says, you are taking your fit physique in order to do a handstand. As a nurse, I could tell you 95% of the population can't do one past a certain age. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. You have to be like minimally fit. Let's see what Harley says about this. Hold on. Oh wow, Harley's looking cute, guys. Hold on one second. There we go. Harley, how's it going, buddy? Can't hear you. Guys, what do you think Harley's doing in that bed? We can't hear you, bud. He just wants to hang out.
Here we go.
There we go. Now. What's going on, man?
Just in bed. Got the red satin sheets on.
Oh yeah, of course. Red panty night. I love it.
Red panty night.
Let me see if I can get my better camera to pull up here.
Yeah, so Rob Lockhart, there's a bit of a tragedy there. I'd warned Rob many times about dry fasting. He said, Rob, man, it's fucking dumb as, man. That's stupid as.
That camera's not going to work. Anyways, that's fine. Yeah, so is that something he did on a regular basis, or is that like something he did just all the time? Why did he do that?
Just anorexia.
Do you think that was his main problem? Like he just was obsessed with the detoxing, like Dan McDonald type of thing? What's going on there?
It's not the word detox is just a mask for I want to have more abs, I want to be super ripped, and which is most people have this, but some people just take it too far. Mm-hmm. And so the detox is like, I'm doing a water fast for health purposes. No one's going to critique you. If you say I'm doing a water fast for weight loss, people are like, you're stupid, man. It's crazy. Yeah. If you say I'm dry fasting for health. Okay, I dry fasting, get my abs popping more. It's stupid, man. So people just hide it in the health.
But the guy's 75 years old. Do you think he was really after aesthetics?
Fuck yeah. Everyone's after aesthetics. My grandma was 95 and in hospital on her deathbed, she cared about how her hair looked.
Well, but you're saying, because I don't know, I never met him and I don't know much about him. You're saying he was concerned with the way he looked, even though he was straight up like emaciated looking like that?
Yeah, it's like the bodybuilder who does so much fucking steroids, they're fucking looking like a balloon toy, but they can't see how bad they look. Yeah, so it's like the guys who inject synthol in their arms, too much synthol, and they got this like, a fucking bag of dog food hanging off their arm. Like, it's like a body dysmorphia. And so people say, oh, you shouldn't talk about this as disrespectful for Rob. No, it's respectful because it helps people go, hey, Rob had a mental health issue with anorexia and body dysmorphia, which led him to be attracted to things like dry fasting, water fasting, just eating fruit, no water, and that fucks your kidneys. So Rob was an athlete for life, a chiropractor, had a lot of vitality, but the body dysmorphia lured him down the wrong path of Hilton Hatima, the breatharianism bullshit, and the dry fasting nonsense. And ultimately that led to his health demise with failed kidneys, which led to a failed heart. He had lethal heart arrhythmia, where his heart could no longer contract because there's not enough electrolytes and
sodium, right? Potassium. No sodium.
Sodium potassium is outdone, so because his kidneys can't regulate the electrolytes anymore. So the heart fails, and his brain failed, his lungs failed, organs just shut down. They put him on life support, and they decided to turn it off because he wasn't coming back.
How'd you get all this information? How'd you hear all this?
I'm in the tight inner circle here in Australia. So yeah.
That's where it went down. He was living in Australia at the time?
It was in Cairns Base Hospital about 6 o'clock, 29th of November, just the other night. So I was the first person to put it on social media. People said, don't do it. And I'm like, man, this needs to go out now. And so I was the first person to put it up on social media. And people said, don't put it up. I'm like, no, man, like, Rob died because of this. We need to make dry fasting a mainstream negative. Yeah. And by not talking about it, fuck up.
I mean, dry fasting right now, in terms of like, if you were to go look it up on YouTube, it's kind of talked about as the holy grail of fasting. It's like you have the juice fasting, then you have the water fasting, and then you have dry fasting, and people are looking at it as like the stepping up to the top. So what do you think there's any benefit to it or not?
There's no benefit, man. It's severe dehydration. Severe dehydration. In 2011, a young bodybuilder named Ziz. Remember Ziz?
Yeah.
The guy who's even popularized sort of steroid usage on social media largely. You know, he created Athlean X, etc. He was in a sauna trying to dry himself out to get more ripped, to have his abs pop more. You know, and he died from being.
I thought he had a genetic. Didn't he have a genetic heart disease or something?
Oh, maybe, but it's not going to help you being dehydrated. Like, I'm sure I'd have a genetic good heart damage from all the shit I used to do back in the day, all the meat and drugs or whatever. And so I could go and do a dry fast and die, and people could say, "Oh, it's because of that." But it's like, well, dry fasting is just stupid for anybody. It doesn't matter if you're super healthy or super sick. Your kidneys need water every hour.
Do you still believe in the amount of water to drink? Because you remember the hydration chart back in the day, or do you?
Always, man. That's like, I mean, I think that's why I've succeeded as a vegan so long, because I didn't get sucked into all this dry fasting, even water fasting. I was like, water fasting, okay, that sounds sort of interesting. I'll experiment a little bit. And I'm like, no, man, I'm getting anemic doing this shit. This is wrong. So cycling saved me. Every time my little mind or young 20-year-old brain wanted to go and venture off in some exploration, cycling saved me, because my performance would drop off.
100%.
Like, I need to eat bullshit. Just eating nuts, no. Just eating meat, no. No carbs, no. And so cycling would just be my, like, you know, default setting. My performance is dropping. This is stupid. Stop. Because when your performance drops, it means your health's dropping. So that's why I succeed.
See, I mean, that's a danger. I mean, that's not 100% either. Like, I'm not saying it didn't work for you in that exact example, but when I look at like bodybuilding, for instance, or like being able to gain muscle mass and being able to get stronger, that's not always the indicator of health either. And I was losing strength as a vegan when I first went. I was training hardcore. I was cycling, and I was in the gym 5 days a week. Like, that was my life. That's all I did, was just work out and cycle. It was like the height of my veganism. I was so pumped to be there and just do this thing, you know? I wanted to be the mini DurianRider, you know? But so my performance was going down, but I felt pretty good following your advice, actually, the Ralta 4, really. And that's what I tell people is I didn't leave veganism because of deficiency. I felt pretty good. I just had really bad digestion. So, and I had poor muscular performance, and then like maybe some libido issues, but I recognize that other people don't have that. So it's this, it's an absorption thing, man.
Well, here's the thing, like, when you become into cycling or weights, you have to choose one. You can't have both. Unless
I agree with that. I agree with that.
If you're choosing libido and muscle strength, then you can't do cycling. And if you're choosing ultra endurance, super lean, and, you know, whatever, then you can't choose the gym and libido, because one of them's going to drop unless you're taking anabolic steroids or whatever. So, you know, that's why I love being able to be transparent about what I do, you know, behind the scenes, or what I've done, etc. So people can go, hey, Harley's actually speaking from personal experience. He's done natty, he's done steroids, he's done keto, I've done cycling, I've done gym life, and so I've done all these things. So you can't have both, though. And so if you're a cyclist going, I want big muscles, then quit cycling, get a car, go to the gym, and take steroids. But if you want to be, you know, having mad cardio and be at my age and smashing 20-year-old guys and have super stamina in the bedroom, then you got to have cardio. So it depends what you're going for. But we have to be clear what our goal is and then stick with that. If you want to be a good marathoner, you can't do weights. You've got to be anorexic almost to be a good marathoner.
Right. Well, I think that veganism helps with that, because it's a catabolic diet. Veganism, in my eyes, the way that I saw it, is a catabolic diet. You're constantly,
100%.
You know,
it's the best thing for weight loss.
Yeah. 100%. Well, not just weight loss, but muscle loss as well, in my opinion, because you are training your body to be a carb burner.
Yeah, for sure. If you're doing cycling strips muscle.
Yep, it does.
Yeah. Even like look at the Tour de France riders. They don't have big legs. Their legs are skinny, and they look ugly to women. You know, they're skinny, scrawny. Cycling is catabolic. Carbs, catabolic. So yeah. So you got to. That's what I tell people. What's your goal? And that's why women do so well in this lifestyle, because pretty much all women want to be skinny. They want a body like DurianRider's angels, and and so that's why women are attracted to me or this lifestyle, because it works. But guys, on the other hand, not many guys want to be skinny. So that's why I don't do too much cycling, because I don't want to get skinnier. And if I never use steroids, then I'd be heaps slimmer.
So let's bring an example into this. And the girl. Do you remember a girl about 2 years ago? You would have met her in Thailand. Her name's Alex. She's like, she was a cyclist. No, you didn't sleep with her.
Okay.
Alex. Yeah. She had like real short hair. She cut it off. She had some. She was a pretty big girl. I lived with her in Hawaii for a bit. She moved into my house.
How big?
What's that?
What color? What sort of bike did she ride?
Oh shit! What did she have?
A giant. Black.
She had a giant. She had a giant. Yeah.
Black.
Black. Yes. Yeah.
I know the one. I know the girl.
Yeah. So she rode with you in Thailand. She was all into the cycling. She literally put in over 100 miles a week on the bike. More low intensity stuff. She wasn't climbing that hardcore, but she was eating all fruit and she was eating so much smoothie. She was gaining weight even living with me.
Yeah.
And I tried to tell her at that time, I was like, it's still going to come down to calories in, calories out. You can't eat 5,000 calories of smoothie a day. And even if you're burning 1,000 and then your metabolic resting rate is like 1,600 as a female, do the math there. That's like 2,000 extra calories a day. You're going to gain weight. I'm sorry. And she did. She did. She gained weight.
She came from a history of anorexia, though.
Yeah, she did. She had a lot of issues with that stuff.
So she needed to heal. And I spent a bit of time with her, and she said she felt the best ever emotionally. She's, overcoming.
I don't know about that.
Life. So, yeah, well, that's what she told me.
Yeah, I've got some funny videos on my phone I can't show, but they're hilarious.
Yeah.
She's like sleeping in the floor in my living room. Like she had some interesting mental issues, but she followed your advice.
Yeah, she's like me like that. She's like me, and she's a bit quirky like I am. And but I think she's in a situation because she had so much money and so much time and so creative. Having time, money, and creative mind can be an incredible thing, but also can be very, very destructive. So I think that Alex got into, destructive mindsets. So I think if she was like my girlfriend or something like that, then I could turn into an absolute superstar because she has all the right things going for her. She has strong personality, creative.
She's a purist. Obsessive purist, like she was riding her bicycle from my house down into the south part of Hawaii and to the south part of the Big Island, which was like a 60-mile round trip to get purified water from the pure farms down there or whatever, and coming back with like 5-gallon jugs. And she would not drink the reverse osmosis water in town that we were drinking.
And that's why she would have had aldosterone issues, because the kidneys wouldn't be filtering properly because she'd be dehydrated. So then that will cause weight gain via edema, which looks like fat, but it's not fat, it's just edema. It's like, so it's like if you take certain drugs, like some people have a reaction to prednisone, corticosteroid, and their face turns into a chipmunk. And it's
she had that puffy look.
Yeah, so which is classic. It's like Cushing syndrome. It's just a classic soft feminine roundness that all women get after they heal from anorexia, and it's a good thing to see because it means they're healing. But a lot of women don't want to go through that. They want the Natasha body straight away, but it's like, well, it's not going to happen. You've got to have the chipmunk before you go down to.
Why didn't that happen to Natasha then? Like, why wouldn't she have that reaction?
Never done a diet. Natasha's never done a great questions. Ask me anything. Natasha's never done a diet. She's never restricted, and she's just lucky like that. And she's also smart. So combination of smarts and luck. She was raised by her grandmother, who is an alcoholic ballet teacher and quite a character, like very character. And so she just taught Natasha how to eat. Lots of carbohydrate. Not too much animal products, not fatty stuff, and so Natasha never gravitated towards, fatty foods. So it's mostly just rice, pasta, a little bit of fish, stuff like that.
Some people want to know what this is kind of an off topic of this, but they want to know what you recommend for a entry level female bicycle, road bike, brand and model, if you could.
Yeah, great question. Depends where they live. I'd recommend. Depends on their experience level.
Where you at, J-Star? Yeah, if you guys want to throw out questions for DurianRider, this is just impromptu. He just happened to be in the chat.
Any question.
Any questions. Yeah, the personal questions, the chat, the comment section off of our last videos was out of control. Like so many people with so much. I don't know how you go in there and you deal with those people.
It's just part of the job, man. It's like pulling. It's like having fruit and being annoyed by fruit flies. It's like going to the tropics and being annoyed by mosquitoes. It's like you bring your repellent, you do whatever it takes, and you enjoy the tropics. So it's just, and that's where people fuck up on social media. Is they want everyone to love them, and they want to have freedom of opinion. But that's not how it works. Like you got to choose what you want, and even if you're fake as heck, people will still. I don't know. You just go roll with it. It's first world problems.
It's first world problems. Like you gave me advice. You know, one of the things I think the first stream we had with you or whatever, I asked you like, what do you regret from your time on, you know, on your channel or whatever, and you're like, I wish I didn't fight with Freely so much publicly, you know. And I was like, all right, I remember that shit because I've had to put that in. I've had to put that into play recently. So
yeah, that was a dumb move, especially because we were seen as such a power couple, and we're almost sort of surrogate mothers and daddy to a lot of young people out there. And then we started slinging each other. It was just dumb, man. Dumb. We both lost massive amount of audience, massive amount of money, massive amount of influence. It was stupid. No, I told Phil, I said, let's not war online. She started warring though, because that's what women do. And I made a mistake by warring back. I should have just ignored it. Yeah, but my ego got the better of me.
Even when it comes your way, you gotta just eat it, huh? Stay silent.
Women are like a storm, and if you can't control the storm, you just gotta like weather it.
Yeah.
You know, roll through it. So yeah.
Yep.
Let the storm blow over. Otherwise, it just gets worse and worse and worse.
Is DurianRider currently on performance enhancers?
Depends what you mean by performance enhancers. I took I'll show you this. I've been taking this. It's a steroid here. This is albuterol benzoin. So that's a banned drug. A lot of you know, if you're taking this, you're going to be suspended for 2 years if you don't have a doctor's script for it. I don't have a doctor's script. I use it for cat allergy, so I have it on the bedside table in case I can't sleep at night time for cat allergy. Other drugs on and off here and there. So yeah.
J-Star is in Perth, so that's the person who asked the question about the bike.
Okay, Perth. Perth's very sort of smooth tarmac. I'd recommend to get a road bike. Perth's quite windy, so a road bike's going to be a bit more aero than a hybrid bike. There's a lot of bike lanes in Perth, Australia. I'd recommend something like a Reed Osprey Elite. I'm pretty sure Reed have shops in Perth. Failing that, a Trek, a Monda ALR5. Bit of an investment, but it's going to last you 10, 15 years. And if you're using your bike for transport, it's going to pay itself off. So, yeah.
Yeah, the super bike here for like that $1,000 budget is definitely the CADs, the Cannondale CADs. I mean, how can you beat those? Those are amazing.
Yeah, they are. They're a good bike.
I wish I bought that as my first bike instead of the Carbon Super 6, but that was a better bike, but I spoiled myself, you know, on the first bike. So
still good. Last too short to ride shit bikes. But, yeah.
Luckily, never had any issues. It's crazy. Like, I know you do the testing on the bikes and you're like, yeah, you can climb and this and that. And you're like, they're only a few seconds off of each other. But what I found is that the difference in bicycles is actually not on the uphill. It's on the downhill. That's where bicycles, the $3,000 bike is better than the $1,000 bike because the stiffness of the rims, the stiffness of the frame. And I know you don't advocate going 60 miles an hour downhill, but that's where you feel the difference because that stiff frame, that thing can handle going downhill very, very fast.
Yeah, I always tell people, that's very true. Better brakes, wheels feel more secure typically. So yeah, like you said, I recommend people just chill on the downhills, man. I've seen fucking horrific crashes, man.
Yeah, if you're gonna race downhill, don't do it in a pack because you're gonna fall and it's not gonna be good.
Potentially, even myself, open road, I take it easy. I rarely go over 60k an hour. You know, and
yeah,
I've got a lot of experience. There's kangaroos jumping around. There's koalas. There's gum nuts. There's gravel. There's oil. I don't know. I value having fitness and sex too much to have broken collarbones.
I hear you. You're too old, man. You can't be breaking collarbones, bro. You're just
exactly. How can I try with one hand? Can't do that.
Reed is REED, right?
REID.
REID. Okay. She wanted me to spell
Reed
it out.
Valkyrie Elite.
Okay. Reed Valkyrie Elite and Reed Osprey, right?
Yeah. Well, get something at least with Shimano 105.
100%. I back that. I made a video about that. That's actually a video that I made back in the day went viral that has 275,000 views, like my second video ever about cycling on my channel. And I talked about all that stuff. So you can actually go look at on my channel about that too. But that's a few years old now, so there's all new stuff. But
my shit works. The YouTube advice works. The nutrition advice works. The weight loss advice works. The social media tips, shit works because I've tried it all out and I've experimented on myself and so many other people. All this stuff works, you know.
I agree with most of that. What I would love to see from the both camps, the vegan and the carnivore and whatnot, we got to figure out this digestion thing because let's
talk about that.
You know, that's what's messing people up. I believe that if your digestion is perfect on a vegan diet, it's possible to go long term like you're doing. But I wouldn't say it's optimal, but I say it's possible. And now obviously depending on your sport and your goals, you can lean on it a little harder, but
yeah,
if your digestion is bad, you're not going to do well on a vegan diet. And I wish that more vegans would just be kind of like upfront and honest about it and just be willing to say, all right, like take a step back, lower the fiber intake, do this protocol and heal yourself first. Cause you know, we got the mad scientists like Goji Man who are maybe well-meaning, but they don't know what they're doing either. You know?
I mean, yeah. I don't know much about Goji Guy, but he doesn't look like someone who's got a lot of vigor.
That's what I'm saying, right?
But I think he's got. I'll give him credit. He's got more vigor than that Mick the vegan guy. See, that looks like an anemic bag of potato chips. You know?
I've had Mike on the show actually. I need to get him back on the show. I don't want to trash him. I don't want to trash him at all. See, I want all the big poppers. Get in here. Let's talk about it. Because, dude, that's how we're gonna get to the bottom of this. Like everybody has their little ego.
Fucking fitness, man. Yeah.
I hope you guys can hear DurianRider. I'm gonna boost him up a little bit because I know you guys were complaining last time.
That Mick guy's got no fitness. He's just doing the Dr. Gregor template of using like little PubMed stuff to be an authority. Got a Patreon account. Hey guys, I need a new camera. He's been asking for the new camera for like 10 years or whatever. He's just cashing in on vegan generosity. Dude just creates orthorexic whole food fucking X321X vegan propaganda, in my opinion. You know, and then he even says carbs make you fat, and he uses an example of some random fat chick in Thailand instead of using one of DurianRider's angels. The dude's just a flop flake. Anyway, let's talk about digestion. For me, coming from Crohn's, colitis, irritable bowel, that sort of shit and blood in the toilet, basically, I found vegan definitely was a lifesaver for me. I found my tips for digestion would be vitamin B12 injections, squatting on the toilet. You got to squat. That's just because that's doesn't matter what diet you eat. You got to squat. And I remember Freely used to complain about digestive issues. She had mad digestive issues. That's what led her to this lifestyle. She went to see gastroenterologists and all these colon people in Sydney. She paid big money. They give her drugs, and she's like, this ain't going to do shit. She wouldn't take them. And then, so when we got together in 2007, she was, healing from anorexia, bodybuilding, gym girl lifestyle. She was about 73 kilos and eating 100% raw. And she wasn't sneaking because we were together 24/7. There was no sneaking going on. And so she was like 73 kilos, and I was about 59 kilos then. I was like tapeworm DurianRider. And so she'd still complain about bloating and stuff. And I'm like, well, you got to be more disciplined with your food combining. She'd have figs and have melon on top of that. And I'm like, no, you got to have the high water content first, and you got to be disciplined with it and stack it. So more juicy stuff in the morning. Start your bananas in it after that, or bananas all day, or whatever. And so when she did that, she was fine. And then another thing she didn't want to do was squatting on the toilet. She's like, oh, I don't want to do that. And I'm like, no, you got to squat, man. You get the best fucking bowel evacuation ever. You got to fucking squat. I've been squatting since like 2002, and it's just way to go. And so she wouldn't do it. And I'm like, and she, I feel bloated. I'm like, you got to fucking squat. And so I'll be banging on the toilet door. I don't even open up the door. Why are you sitting on the toilet? You got to squat. She's like, fuck off. Leave me alone. And I'm just like, and eventually she started listening to my advice, started doing it militant, and her stomach got so fucking flat. And that became like her money maker, man, her stomach. But when we got together, she had this little bloated chipmunk gut. And I said, you're going to have a flat stomach like me if you fucking get manic like me, and just do it. It's like riding a bike. When you jump on a bike, you're like, this is a weird, I don't like this, it's uncomfortable. But then you do it, and it's like, oh shit, this is actually pretty easy. So that the squatting's huge. B12 injections, that's a big one as well. Helps with metabolism and digestion. Caffeine as well. I find that a lot of people like Bonnie and Rebecca, they go back to caffeine and they have these gut issues. So I would say
caffeine can be an irritant for sure.
It's an acid. Caffeine's a neurotoxin. It's a neurotoxin.
Yeah, it's not ideal, but I don't know if it should be as demonized, considering there's like, freaking 6 out of the 7 billion people on this planet are using caffeine, and probably most of them don't have digestive issues. But I don't know. Mine gets better when I don't drink Monster.
Yeah, I'm just saying for people who do have, if you're gonna have Monster, make sure you have full sugar Monster. I'd add sugar to the Monster.
No, hell no, hell no.
Oh man, you got to do that. Anyway, it's like, I've drunk Red Bulls. I don't think I've ever drunk a Monster. I've drunk Red Bulls before though. I don't know if I've drunk a Monster. I'll have to drink a Monster. It's the same shit. It's just caffeine. How many milligrams, whatever they use.
150 in this.
150.
Yeah.
So that'd keep up for about 48 hours. I reckon.
The new ones are not the new Monsters. Monster keeps it at 150. It's like the right amount. The new drinks, almost every new one that's coming out are 300 milligrams.
Fuck, man.
Straight up 300 milligrams. Like, and they say it right on the can too. It's like 300 mg, like big bold font. Like, dude, it tastes like there's a weird syrupy flavor to it because the caffeine is so dense in there. You can really taste it. It's disgusting.
Oh, wow. I mean, if you're going to do 300 milligrams of caffeine, make sure you're hydrated, make sure you're carved up, keep snacking, keep drinking so you don't get dehydrated on the carb. And then the caffeine will work better and your recovery will be better as well. My issue with caffeine is it can force you to not eat enough carbs.
Yeah,
you just don't want to use but then that digs your hole. Your recovery's fucked next day because your muscle glycogen is less. And it can mean that you don't drink enough water. So then your kidneys take a beating. And the kidneys take a beating anyway with caffeine. So I say drink a liter of water with every can of energy drink you're going to have, at least. And that just works better. It works better. The drugs work better when you're hydrated and carved up. They just do. Steroids work better with carbs. Steroids work better with water. Everything works better with water and sugar. If you're doing meth or speed or heroin or any of these things, which I don't recommend, I'm just saying the healthier you are with your hydration, the better the drugs work. So caffeine can be irritant to some people. So I would tell people if they do have digestive issues, just have a caffeine holiday, which is really, really hard for some people. Yeah. It's how they take a shit in the morning. People I wake up, have a coffee, I take a shit. And but
because it triggers their IBS.
Yeah, because exactly. There you go. Caffeine.
And I'm with that. I'm with that. I don't personally rely on it for that. Actually, I don't like it. I prefer to slow digest as much as possible because that gives me the best bowel movements are the cleanest and that's my experience. But if I have an IBS, like it comes out too early and it's soft and it doesn't have a chance to actually absorb all the way. And honestly, I think that's why there's a lot of skinny people who claim that they can eat so much food and never gain any weight. I think they're probably IBS. Like every skinny person who can't gain weight, ask that person, do you have bad digestion? Do you have IBS symptoms? Do you have diarrhea all the time? That's probably why they're skinny. They're not digesting anything. They're not absorbing anything.
That could be a factor. They could have tapeworm. They could have a lot of issues going on there. But IBS as well. I mean, let's talk about shit for a bit. Stools.
Yeah.
Feces. It's subjective as well because some people when you eat just fruit, when you take a dump, it's generally pretty soft. It's like soft serve,
Right.
and but it's not going to be hard. And if you're eating like meat and stuff, could be harder and more sort of pebbles and rabbit pellets, But or maybe don't shoot for like a week or two. But having a soft poo, it might be unnormal for a lot of people because they've been constipated their whole life. So it is very subjective. It's like, I feel bloated. It's like, well, you look at them like, you're not bloated. You just got body dysmorphia. You're slim as and lean as. Stand up straight. Stop sticking your gut out. So the word bloated or digestive issues, it can be very subjective. For me, when I say digestive issues, it means that I was on the floor in fetal position and for such pain, or I was shitting blood in the toilet, So that was my definition of digestive issues: in massive pain or passing a lot of blood, and then that stopped going vegan. Within a few days, my pain went away, and then the blood stopped after about a year or two. So yeah.
Someone asked earlier about. They asked earlier about the Michael Arnstein situation. What's his situation right now? I don't know.
Mike's out of prison. He was in prison, which is fucking crazy. So get this: Mike Arnstein, the founder of the Woodstock Fruit Festival, top guy. I'm a big fan of Mike. He's helped me a lot in my life. Big inspiration for me. I've lived with Mike in New York City and a few times there for Woodstock. He has a sapphire business in the jewelry business in New York City. Guy's got money. He's got work ethic, and he has his family-run business where he hired some people to do some website work, and then there was some dispute with pay. They didn't do the job properly. Mike's like, fuck you, because Mike's like that sort of New Yorker guy, get shit done. And so these Indian guys, or wherever they're from, Pakistan, I'm not sure where they're from, probably doesn't matter where they're from, but they started doing a bad review website about Mike and saying Mike rips people off, he's blah, blah, blah. And so Mike, wanting that stuff off Google, he, got a lawyer, and the lawyer's like, we have to get a judge to sign off on this, and then Google will take it down, like a Supreme Court injunction sort of thing. And so Mike paid, the lawyer to do that, and big money, and they got it taken down. And I think the next day or something, it got put back up on a different website. So Mike's like, fuck this. These cunts are just going to do this.
And they got to go back to court again.
Yeah, spend big money, and it's just going to keep going and going and going. So Mike forged the judge's signature and sent it to Google, and somehow he got caught for that and got put in prison.
That's crazy. He got caught, but I heard that story. I'm glad you explained it for the people out there who don't know.
Shit. I mean, Mike was just trying to defend himself against these trolls on the internet.
Yeah.
And he did break a law, but in the context of the law, I don't think he should have got prison time.
Right.
Community service, a warning, but so he got fucked up big time. So yeah.
You know Rainy Symbiotic Solutions, right?
Yes, Rainy boy.
So yeah. I know Rainy pretty well too. I've hung out with him a lot in Hawaii. So this is something he posted the other day. I don't know if you guys saw this, but it says, "Vegan for life. If it kills me, that's fine. This isn't about me." What's your comment on that? What do you think about that?
I think, I have a bit of a personal thing with Rainy. I think it's just an attention-seeking sort of post. I can see Rainy eating meat next week. He's sort of a flaky sort of dude like that in my experience. But yeah.
I don't know about that.
I mean, it's a romantic. Well, that's just my opinion. I wouldn't put my life on it, but it's a romantic sort of post. Even if it kills me, I'm vegan. I think I see the beauty in that and the youthfulness and stuff like that. But I don't see Rainy as in my experience, a genuine person. But yeah.
Why is that? What do you think he's not genuine?
Just how he spreads shit around that I'm a rapist and stuff like that online.
He's part of that camp publicly.
Yeah, when he could just ask freely if it's true or not, But his buddies were freely. He could say, "Hey, Freddie, what's going on here?" And she could say, "It's just all bullshit." So the fact that he would just, spread that around and try to be all like, "Love and peace, guys. I'm loving peace," and then spread shit like that around. I mean, it's like, what sort of hypocrite are you? Be a troll if you want to be a troll, but don't try to be a namaste boy, yogi, and then you can just go and ask freely. Take you 5 seconds. She'll answer it. Yeah, it's all bullshit.
So she would back you. She would say that This is all crap. These chicks are coming out of nowhere. All this crap.
She would in private, but not in public. That's not how women work like that. You know, when you break a girl's heart, she'll want to see you dead. You know.
Yeah. Yep. I could see that being the case.
And that's why a lot of people out there say that, you know, women. I think I won't go there because it's probably but yeah,
Just
that's
opening up more can of worms.
that'll be my ebook coming up.
Yeah, I can hear his mic clicking too. Or really organic. I don't know what it. I think it's a Zoom thing. We had this with Bart last time. It's like this clicking sound that happens. I'm not sure. But it's not doing it right now. I don't know why. But
what I can say though is that women suffer by holding grudges. You know, they hold grudges against their mom or especially their dad. I generally find if a woman has a grudge against her dad for whatever reason, then that carries on her relationship with other males. And I'm not saying it's like a bad thing, like a bad person thing. I'm just saying it's a bad thing to have in your head.
Oh yeah,
because it ages you, it stresses you, and it destroys relationships. And so I think women, if they have an issue with the dad or whatever, or an ex-boyfriend, you know, they should just resolve that, via communication. And I've said that many times before. I'm happy to communicate freely, but my issue with freely, you know, and is her lack of communication skills. She doesn't like to communicate. Even in a relationship 9 years, when I'd say, "What's wrong? Let's talk," she wouldn't want to. And so that, you know, me being a very open book sort of person, I love that transparency of emotions and feelings. And if someone's not opening up and being frank with me, then I'm like, oh, well, we're just friends, or what even are we? You know, what's going on here? So I really value that, just objective. This is what I'm feeling. This is what I need. This is what I want. Can you deliver?
Yes, that's how they work a lot of times. You know, I'm just speaking from my experience. That's how they work a lot. And on the same token, what you're explaining right there, that like objective reality, you know, they give you the feedback. That's a very masculine trait. So on one hand, we want that out of them. We want that feedback. But the thing is like once they do give that, it's honestly a very masculine trait. It kind of turns us off as well. You know, like once a woman starts, it's good in certain, you know, it's good in certain things. But if they're like that all the time with everything that they do, like this very direct, like, hey, are we like, I don't know if you've had women do that to you where they're like, hey, I feel like we're getting along together very well. I feel like we like each other. I like you. Do you like me? It's like a very weird experience. Have you had this? You know what I'm talking about?
I love that.
You love that.
I like it.
That kind of kills the magic for me. That's like a very masculine thing, is like a girl just laying it on the table like that. You're like, oh, okay. That's what it is. That seems like a little bit too easy or too forward or something. Like it kills the magic. You know?
Yeah, each their own. You know, each their own that one. But personally, I love that. I love that. You know, I think maybe it's because of my cycling background, where it's like, you know, just numbers, certainty. This is how it is. This is direction. This is the course. This is what we're doing. I love that direction, and I don't like flakiness. I hate flakiness in myself, and I hate other people. So yeah.
I think we can learn to appreciate it as guys as we get older too. Like, you know, if a woman is giving you that objective feedback, you're like, all right, even though it might not be this like thrill of the hunt chase thing, you do realize that it's better in the end to have that communication rather than this like sort of mysterious, you know,
Tumblr-esque.
Right. What do you think about Essina O'Neill coming back?
Too late, too little.
Too late.
And she's gained the freshman 20, freshman 30,
right?
And it's 2019. Her highlight was 2015. I'm not saying that to be nasty. I'm just saying that to be real. There's too many hot chicks out there now, and you know, there's too many hot chicks out there using body tune, more personality, more subscribers. It's too late.
Yeah, I never saw a channel blow up like hers back in the day when she first came online on YouTube, and she had like 5 videos and like 200,000 subscribers basically overnight. I mean, she could have been multi-millionaire at this point, which is unfortunate.
I was just saying, get on YouTube. You know, as I said, all the kids back then, and she did, but then emotionally, she didn't have the emotional muscle to deal with the trolls and stuff like that. I remember just telling her to do do an expose about, like, you know, fake Instagram poses and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And she did, but then she deleted everything.
Right.
Like, what are you doing, man? And then she took everyone's money. And I was like, oh, you one of those sort of girls? and I was like, that's fucked. So
she
she
just
lost
shut
credibility.
down.
She took the money, man. She took the money and ran, and that's fucked. So for me, that's instant DQ.
She came back with some new website. Have you seen that thing? It's like some artistic, like ethereal, spiritual, weird website. Have you seen that?
No, it sounds like you're trying to make more money off losers again.
It's like a blog, but it's very basic. I mean, it's like something you can make on WordPress in 10 minutes. It's very, very strange how she's coming back with this when she could just go make another YouTube channel.
Website, or did some troll make it?
No, it's hers. It's hers. It's on her Instagram. Like she's promoting it on her Instagram. Yeah, on her new Instagram, which only has like a few hundred followers, and it's really her. I mean, because she was just recently featured on some chick Fergie's YouTube channel, and she did an interview with her last week.
Yeah, I got sent that. I had a little look. I was like, wow, she's definitely gained a bit of weight.
Yeah, she did.
Which can kill a girl's career, especially if a girl's identity is super hot, super slim, and then she gets fat, then that's bad. If she's fat and has personality, that's fine. But because it's 2019 though. 2015 it was so easy to break into the scene. 2019, there's so much competition. There's so many hot Russian girls, young Aussie girls, 18-year-old girls coming up. She's how's that scene now? Like 23 or something?
Probably at this point, yeah. Asina O'Neill, guys, they're wondering who we're talking about in the chat. Asina O'Neill, if you guys remember her back 5 years ago, what's that?
All the girls that she was influenced about then were like, her age, 15, 16, and they're all at university now. They've got boyfriends, maybe a few more got kids. Their desire to learn thigh gap stuff now is sort of dropped right off. So.
Yeah, I see a very stiff difference. Just being around the whole social media women thing, through Hawaii, all the people that I've met along the years here is like, there's a magical age for these girls to just pop off and make a bunch of money. It's like between 18 and 25, and then basically once you hit 25, they've got new idols that are 21 years old already, and like you're the old news. Like I've known so many girls that basically push their YouTube aside, push their social media aside, and try to just move on to something else at 25 plus, because it's just like there's nowhere for them to go. They just feel like there's no point anymore.
Yeah, but it depends. Like, I mean, like you got girls like Bonnie. Bonnie sort of hit the wall. She doesn't look as hot as she used to. But imagine if Bonnie Rebecca, if she tried to start up now, it's like no way in hell. She wrote off my fame, Freely's fame, Asina's drama fame. She didn't earn that. She just got given it, and that's why she doesn't know what to do with it.
Right.
But yeah, like Bonnie, there's no way she'd tap into it now. She's just like, she's got no personality. Just an airhead, handbag basic who ate plants. But anyway, yeah, it's and Bonnie made many hundreds of thousands of dollars off her Carb the Fuck Up ebook as well. Her Carbolicious ebook, which she basically bought a house for that and lived the high life. But no refunds either. No refunds on that one.
No refunds.
Even though Bonnie Rebecca says it's a fad, it's a cult, it's a fraud, she won't refund the people who bought into her ebook, who paid her life, that she still lives today. So that's fine.
That's interesting. What do you think? Like, so I don't know if they should have to refund that though. So let's run this through. She's vegan for 4 or 5 years. She felt good. She truly promoted the diet, believed in it. And let's say 6 months in the end, she fell apart, didn't feel good. The diet didn't suit her anymore. Now, if she kept selling that book at that point, after she announced she's no longer vegan to fix her issues, I would say that's wrong. She shouldn't be able to. Yeah. She shouldn't be making a profit. But up until the point where, she can't be giving everybody back their money just because, oops, by the way, I was wrong. Like, at that time, she genuinely believed that, and it was giving her decent results at that time. So what, that's not.
Sure. I hear you. It's like a bicycle company puts out a product and says these carbon handlebars are fantastic.
Yeah.
And then they're selling them, and then the boss goes, hang on, these carbon handlebars are dangerous. They could snap.
Right.
And they do what's called a product recall. So Bonnie's done no product recall. She hasn't offered refunds. She hasn't offered a replacement ebook. It's just like, let's not talk about it. Let's make fun of Harley and Freely, who made me the lifestyle I live today. Let's do that. Or even Freely talking about off grid.
What's the scoop on all these other people?
Has no electricity. It's no choice. So yeah.
But what about all these other people too? Like, there's a lot of people who have come and gone, especially from the Australia scene over the years. Like, Glucose Network, Joey Carbstrong, these dudes. What's their future like? What's going on here with them?
Abdullah's still vegan. He crushed it, man. He did this bike race in America this year called the Trans Am, and the dude set like a course record on it. Like he's a mutant, man. And
Yeah, he
I
is.
got him into cycling and stuff like that. So he's still vegan. He's still carving up. But I think he does well because he is a binge eater in a good way. He can just eat so much food. Like the dude would like break into a Turkish bread fucking bakery and eat the whole fucking thing. He's got a tattoo on his. He followed my teaching so hardcore. He got a tattoo. One tattoo is rice on one shoulder. The other tattoo is sugar on the other shoulder. And he's not that fast up hills, but he can just go ride his bike all day and night. He's just a machine, and so he's done well. But he is too. He makes some good videos, but again, he gets in his head too much, and then doesn't make any videos for 6 months, and then you can't do that now. If your goal is to make a living and impact on income on YouTube, you can't take time off. It's like fitness. Like you got to be there every fucking day doing something small to build it up. Some days gonna be more than others. You got to maintain it every day. It's like a relationship. You can't just go. Well, it depends what you want. Do you want a full-on relationship where you're really developing each other, or you just want a fuck buddy where you see him once a month, once a week, or whatever? So you got to decide if this is going to be a career. You want to create influence and help people make a difference. You got to fucking just dedicate and commit, no matter what the trolls say, no matter what. If you get banned, you got to start up again. It's just you got to smash it and go crazy and decide what you want to do, and just go all in.
Someone wanted to know when
cut the ties with everything.
They wanted to know when the last time you spoke to Freely was.
A few years ago. I sent a few emails saying, we should maybe apologize to each other, make amends. I still got a bike hanging up on the wall here. That's right over there. So I don't have anything vindictive against or whatever. I think it'd be better for us to be mates. Better for the community to be friends and just show people, what mature adults can do, and you can resolve issues. I think it'd be motivational for people.
Now, I don't want to ask you this.
You can help me. It's
I'm sure you guys could. It would be. I agree. I think you guys should make up.
Dumb. I'm not saying Philly's dumb. I'm just saying it's a dumb choice to be enemies with people whom you can help each other. It's just But again, it's a feminine trait where women can't see the logic in stuff sometimes. So yeah.
Damn, what somebody's gonna say? Somebody said something here. I was gonna ask you, like, what do you, if you don't want to answer this, is fine. But there's been a lot of criticism about her appearance recently. People are saying that she's kind of like falling apart, and it's the vegan diet's fault. I don't know if you've seen some of these comments or these videos. I agree. I agree with the videos.
Yeah, someone sent me that. There's a channel called Vegan Deterioration. Some fat chick has a channel, Vegan Deterioration. I'm like, put yourself in a bikini and show us what you got. Like,
yeah, but her, I don't agree that she's fat. I think her skin is amazing. I think she's a very beautiful woman, but she eats everything. She openly talks about how she has no diet. She's like, don't even talk to me about diet. I eat everything. She eats cereal. She eats meat. She eats ribs. She eats fast food. She's like, after 7 years of veganism, I'm done for now. So don't talk to me about diet. So we can't hold her to that standard as far as like, why aren't you fit? She's not promoting any diet. She's not promoting keto, carnivore. She doesn't work out. She's just like a regular person, and she's like, leave me alone. So I think she's
black, isn't she?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking about. So like you're comparing black skin to white skin is like like black. I wish I had black skin and go out in the sun all day and not have to wear a t-shirt. White skin versus black skin, it's like night and day in terms of sun damage or lighting.
Yeah, but if we're going to talk about her, she actually does her own vegan deterioration video on herself where she does close-ups on the skin on her forehead. It's real dry. And then she shows it now when it's nice and, oily and moist, which you have to agree it looks better. But speaking to Freely, on the Freely's posts, you can't say she doesn't look different now. Like, she does have the eyes sinking in. She does have that sort of pale, ghosty skin. She does have the pokey shoulders. She doesn't look the same as she did back in the day, when she was DurianRider's Angel. She doesn't look the same. She looks like she is falling apart a little bit.
Well, there's a few things. There's one, Feather uses terrible fucking lighting. I don't know what she's doing. She's using some fucking grow room lighting or something going on there.
Right.
Okay. I know. Like, she lives in Cape Tribulation, Queensland, which is a hot. I love Cape Trib. She could walk down to the beach. She lives next to one of the best beaches in the world, like a few hundred meters away. She could just walk down there and use golden hour lighting, a sunrise or sunset. I don't know what the fuck she's doing, using fucking grow room lighting in some bung up shack. Like, I don't know what she's doing, man.
We have vegan deterioration in the chat right now, by the way. She's smiling, she's laughing, she thinks it's funny.
Yeah. Lighting is fucking everything. All right. I've probably got bad lighting now, but lighting's everything.
Yeah, it is.
You have, if you're a health educator, you have to use good lighting, man. Because if you don't, people are if you're Trisha Paytas, the worse you look, the better. Because she just runs in the drama life. That's fine.
Yeah.
But Freely being a health educator, her career, her aesthetics, you have to use good lighting. And Freely I'll give Freely credit now. She's not using any makeup. She's not using any Botox. She's using the shittest of shit lighting. And so we've got a raw face here. And then we compare that to girls who are using Botox or mascara and makeup and good lighting, the little glow rings. Of course, they're going to look better or healthier. So, you can't really compare that. And also, there's a stressed element as well. Freely's, I can tell in Freely's eyes, she's very stressed.
She does seem stressed.
She is, and a lot of that would be from us. And so I see her pain in her eyes, and it doesn't make me feel good.
Do you think she's still affected by what happened with you guys? She thinks that's still.
I can see it in her eyes. I can see it in her eyes.
She's still thinking about DurianRider.
I don't say that to like. It's like we had a good teamwork there, good partnership, and then that faded and crashed and burned like a volcano of fucking eruptions, and that's not healthy for her or for me, because it's like it's a friendship, and just because we're no longer in a relationship doesn't mean we have to be enemies. And so if Freely becomes the spiritual person she wants to be and resolves the conflict with me, well, I don't have any conditions on that resolving the conflict, then she's going to bloom again, just like she did back in the day,
Do you think she's still is she still making good money, you think? Is she still like making a full-time living, full-time income from YouTube being who she is?
For sure.
Because, I mean, you don't hear anybody talking about her anymore.
No, but it's ebook sales, and all her old videos still circulate, and girls want to lose weight, and Freddie's super slim. Freddie's got a great body, she's got a flat stomach, she's got good genetics, and she's doing great, and she's skinny, and that's what girls want. And you're not going to be Freely's 39. She's 40 next year, so you're not going to be having a flat stomach and not have slim shoulders. But 99% of women out there would love to have a body like Freely.
I don't know. This is the era of this is the era of the Kardashians, though. You know what I mean? This is like, bro. When I go to the gym right now, the freaking squat racks are packed. I've never seen it before like this. Every squat rack is in use, and it's girls on them doing squats.
Yeah,
more weights than I can do.
Yeah, because they can't get skinny, so they're going for strong. Strong maybe skinny.
Maybe
100%. Look at these high-waisted pants.
Yeah, true. The high-waisted pants kill me, man. It's terrible.
Yeah, man. The girls can't wear low-waisted. Vegan deterioration couldn't wear low-waisted pants because it'd be like a muffin top deterioration.
I don't know. Char's got the boys lining up. She brings the boys to the yard. I'm telling you right now.
I mean, girls, like if you got, I'm just saying that, Freely or any DurianRider's Angels could get on Victoria's Secret stage. No worries. Vegan deterioration would be in the dressing room, dressing the models to go out there on stage.
Freely is not getting on the stage anytime soon.
She could. No, she's got to use better lighting.
No, Freely, it's not the lighting, dude. The eyes. The eyes, man. The eyes of Freely and the pokey shoulders is just unacceptable in my opinion. Even if she has a flat stomach, I get it, but like she's looking a bit emaciated, a bit, Robert Lockhart status in my opinion.
No, I think she looks fine. She's just a long-term high carb vegan sugar lover. She loves the sugar, man. And but I think she could definitely have more glow by reducing her stress level. So that stress is in her head, and I can definitely help with that. And yes, but she's not going to get better holding on to the past like that. And people say just move on and forget, and that's great. But what you have to do is resolve conflict. And this is where women fuck up so much. They have a conflict with their dad, or they didn't feel loved by the dad, or something with the boyfriend, or like it's you got to resolve that, because what happens is people die, and then you never get to resolve it. And especially if this is my tip for women: if you have an issue with a man and you want to resolve it, communicate with him. And if he doesn't want to resolve it, then that's fucking on him. You've done your bit, and he ain't worth shit now. But if you can resolve something, I don't do that because I want to stop emotions and stuff like that. Well, then those emotions own you. The emotions we can't face, they own us every day, every night. We can distract ourselves with money or fame or fitness or aesthetics or whatever, drugs, sex, rock and roll. But when we're alone at night, laying in bed, looking at the ceiling, and we have that conflict still in our head, the unresolved emotions, they still own us, So if we can't
I think you're speaking some hard truth right here. I see people are like, it's funny that you're giving advice, but he's right. And I agree. I think that's 100%. How did you find yourself getting over the situation? Like, how are you able to continue on and basically live a normal life on YouTube without having those issues, towards her when she didn't want to make him?
I had a lot of, initially a lot of anger at Freely when she started like trashing me in that online and at our live talk there in Chiang Mai. I was like, man, I've helped you heal your anorexia. I've saved your life. I've got you out of debt. I turned you into a superstar. I've put $1 million in you, help you put $1 million in your bank. You're set for life. I've set you up with a new boyfriend, my friend Robin. He's a good guy. And you fucking hate, what are you doing? You're trying to destroy me? And so I had a lot of I was like, man, this is where's the gratitude here? And because I liked her. I wanted her to be, set up and cared for.
Yeah.
I didn't think we were good as a boyfriend girlfriend anymore. As a business partnership or as teammates on the same team, for sure, it'd be great.
Right.
But she didn't want that, so that she felt mad rejection, and then it took me a while to understand what she felt. It was just massive rejection. You said, and yeah. So I learned a lot from that, and so once I understood, she feels rejected. Then all of a sudden, my hate towards her disappeared. And it wasn't a hate. It was just like, what are you doing, man? So yeah, disappointment, but that's all gone now. So I had to empathize where she was coming from, why she was feeling this way, and then yeah, and so I understand that now.
Guys, I agree with everything DurianRider said. I mean, there's people saying he just needs to not objectify women and he will be golden. Like, I've been called for various reasons. Certain little articles I've read is that I'm this misogynist. I'm this overt misogynist. I've controlled, women online and stuff like that. And like, it's crazy how people make all those assertions about you. They don't know you at all. They've seen you on a live stream, interact with somebody for 2 seconds. I mean, even what you guys had in your relationship, as public as that was, there was nobody knew what was really going on behind the scenes there, like, it's not like you guys put up your fights or, publicly camera on. This is what we really talk about behind the scenes. People don't realize that. They don't know what's going on. And people see you with Natasha spanking her butt. It's like, come on, guys, show business here.
Yeah, then there's definitely show business, but it's also normal relationship stuff. I mean, every it's just normal stuff. You have your fights and disagreements, but it comes down to communication. Communication is everything. And some women don't want to communicate with me or their boyfriend or whoever, because they communicate with their dad one time. The dad's like, you're shit. And so they feel a massive amount of rejection. Or maybe they communicate with their first boyfriend. Their first boyfriend's like, what? I don't want to talk about this stuff. Fuck off. So women learn to close up.
Yeah.
And then and then they come to you or come to me and they're like, this fucking vault. Then you've got to try and like get a crowbar in there and like open up, tell me what you're feeling. This is a safe place. You can do that. There's no punishment here for being honest. And so, and maybe my skill set wasn't as good as it is today in 2019 as it was in 2016, 2010, etc. And so, maybe I wasn't as patient as I needed to be with Freely to get it to open up. So, but that's communication is everything, man. That's just like, fuck, that's the biggest thing in life. Communication with yourself and communication with other people. So yeah. That's why I do these live streams or whatever. People ask me any fucking question, and I'm just like, well, this is, I'll either answer or I won't get offended. But I believe in especially when it comes to human health, human relationships, helping people, transparency is very important. And there's also the same time as well, though, because you might say something to a woman that hurts her feelings, and then you learn
Mm,
as a guy, oh shit, like woman says, hey, does my bum look fat in this dress or whatever? And you're like, yeah, sort of does. She's like,
yeah. Right.
and like just being honest, like you shouldn't do that. She say, baby, looks fine.
Yeah.
So I've learned now that women don't always want the truth; they want their feelings protected
Right.
first, priority. And ideally, they want the truth, but feelings first, because women are run by their emotions, and men are run by the dick. And so,
Yeah.
if you can help a woman with her emotions, then you're good. And if a woman can help a man with his dick, then she's good. So that's
Yeah.
just there's obviously some gaps there, but that's the general.
No, that's the truth. I mean, that's been my experience. Like anytime you do lay it down a little too harshly, if it could be the truth, it's like, hey, well, as a man, you're looking at it like all you have to do is make a quick adjustment this way or the other. Like, hey, you're I don't like the color of those shoes, or like those shoes don't match that dress, but that all of a sudden starts offending their mindset, because they're like, oh, I picked this out, I thought it looked good. Now nothing I wear looks good, and now they feel this like
Yeah,
incredible self consciousness that shouldn't have been there. You're just saying, hey, it's just so matter of fact to us, and then for them it just carries into everything else, and it can really poison things if you're not careful with what you say to them.
yeah, and that's man, big time. And that's my issue is like I mean, if you become DurianRider's girlfriend, it's not just like a sex part with me. It's like I'm gonna build you a career. I'm gonna help you
Hmm.
build a career, and so then that's gonna become a lot of coaching, a lot of criticism, a lot
Yeah.
of like let's do a video now, and so then that we can have this amazing vibe, amazing sex, go have fun on the beach or a bike ride, and then work comes along, and I'm on your back saying do this, wear this, talk about this, and it's going to create you a superstar, have impact and income, and the feminine brain goes, let's do it now. Sometimes the feminine's like, no, I don't want to do this now. I'm like, what? You're going to do it
Right.
now. And so that creates conflict, and that can erode the romance. And
Yep.
so I understand that now. And that's what we're
especially
free.
if they're especially if they have their own drive. If they have their own dreams and aspirations, and they want to steer their own boat, and you're trying to steer their boat, and they don't want to follow your boat, that can become a thing too. A lot of these chicks out here these days, especially these social media superstars that are powerful in their own way, they have their own vision of things. They're not going to necessarily want to jump on your lead. And a lot of them want a follower, basically a guy who's going to just deal with them and follow them. That happens all the time. A lot,
no,
a
I think
lot of the powerful social media chicks and other powerful women that I know, they don't necessarily want a sort of like leader type dude on their back all the time.
every woman wants that, in my experience.
Hmm.
Yeah, and they might want a guy who's like a beater or a nice guy, but
No, no.
they're bored.
Well,
They're bored
I'm
very
not
quickly.
saying that I'm not saying that the once they get that they like it. I'm saying that's what they envision that they want in their head. They're like, I want a guy who's gonna treat me nicely all the time, and it's gonna just follow me wherever I go, and who's going to do these things. But from what I've seen, the women don't respect and are not attracted to those men long term. That's a very
No,
short window where it works out. But I'm
as a
saying that if
friend,
you
yeah,
right, as a friend, yeah. But I mean, they might stay in the relationship with them. I've seen that happen where they stay in the relationship for years,
yeah.
but it's a mess. They don't actually respect and they're not properly attracted to that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, women can't be attracted to a guy who can't provide and support her.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah. I
this
mean,
is this is how women are hardwired.
100%. I mean, in this case, where like you are with Natasha, and we're getting to some pretty deep dynamics here. But like, she is your underling basically, and you're teaching her how to grow up and do this. And I'm sure that is a very attractive quality from her perspective, and that makes sense to me.
Yeah, and that's I love doing that. Like, I
Yeah.
love helping people help themselves, and I love Natasha because she's like she just doesn't give a fuck about the trolls. 99% of the time, she does exactly what I say,
Hmm.
and so there's minimal fuss. There's minimal
Right.
fuss. She's
Wait a
very
minute.
complicit, and she's great. She's an angel.
Is that the real conscious calisthenics? Can somebody do a little research for me? I can't see it. He's saying that you can DurianRider can only get schoolgirls. Wait, what? Oh man, that's pretty funny. Um, people are
I like what I love about Natasha is that she knows what she wants. She's so frank. you know, there's not many guys in the world that can handle her because she's just so fucking frank and crush most guys.
Right.
She's a heartbreaker. She's a man crusher, and I love that. You know, I love that she's just so fucking frank, and I love getting her to be even more frank. It's helped me learn a lot as well.
Is she doing her thing? Is she successful right now with her monetary ventures? Is she killing it?
Yeah, she's doing well.
She can support herself if she wanted to.
100%. You know, she's doing great there, and still early days. Still early days. She could do a lot more, as I could too as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's when you know, it's just the audience is there. You put the work in, boom, you're gonna go up. Especially if you fit the demographic ideal. Simple as that. Simple as that.
Conscious Calisthenics says she's his puppet.
Yeah, to be successful, man, the woman has to be the puppet to the man. If you want to be a good, let's say I want to be an MMA fighter, I'll go and find the best MMA coach out there, and I have to be his puppet. I have to be his puppet. Or maybe I want to be a ballerina. I find the best ballet teacher out there. She's a female. I have to be her puppet. If you want to be the best at something, you have to be someone's puppet. And you want to be if you want to, you be the puppeteer or the puppet. And what happens is the puppet starts to become the puppeteer.
Yeah.
And that's when things fuck up.
Yeah.
And then they get fucked up. It's like Icarus. Icarus is like, hang on, these shoes, I can fly really high. I don't give a fuck about the sun. I'm flying high. And then his little wax shoes melt and he falls in the ocean and drowns. Or if you fly too low, the waves catch your feet and you drown. So, you know, it's a flight of Icarus. And
I've had that experience. You know, you raise them up, you know, with health advice, with certain fitness advice, with just certain life direction, etc. Build their confidence, build this, build that, and then they fly too high, and then all of a sudden you're out. You know, they think they can do better, and then that's when you get that pain in the eye scenario. You're like, yep, you dumped a good thing type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like they can leave behind and regret.
And that's what a lot of people are scared of doing that. They're scared of making their boyfriend or girlfriend famous or hot or whatever. Right. And I've known guys, they get a chick pregnant to try and keep her, or a guy gets a girl pregnant to try and keep the guy. It's like, I'm a big fan of just giving. And if people want to be with you, they'll be with you. It's like we had a cat recently, Schnitzel. He got ran over by a car a few weeks back, and he was just a cat, had free roam. He could come and go, and he was an amazing cat. We've got 3 other cats, and if you want to have that freedom, it's a beautiful thing if people can just come and go in your life. But if you have to manipulate and trap them, then for me, that's not. I would rather be single. You know, I would rather have people come and go in my life, because people who really value who you are as a human will stick around, and those who don't will just be like, "See you later. You're just a stepping stone for me. Who are you? I don't even remember you. What? See you. Bye." And that's fine. That's just he's probably seen a lot of that in my life over the years, the vegan online community, etc. But I love making people rich, famous, fit, and healthy. Yeah, because I've had that in my life, and I like passing the elevator back down, and I've done that for so many people. You know, look at Joey Carbstrong. He was a drug addict, psycho criminal, and turned him into what he is now. Obviously, I have some, that's probably another story. But I love flipping people's lives for them, helping them do that. And obviously, they have to work at it as well. But yeah, like you got Maddie Limburner. She's doing really well now.
Right, she's killing it.
Yeah, I mean, like she had a couple hundred subscribers back in the day when she first came to see me, and then I said, "Do this video, take your bra off, do this, do that, give you shout outs."
She's a girl. She's somebody who I look at that has that sidekick dude that just kind of, you know what I'm saying? You see that in the videos?
Yeah, that's Kyle. Like they even slept in this bed we're sleeping in right now. They stayed in my house a few months back in 2016. And got them going. Yeah, they were using McDonald's down the road for the Wi-Fi. They were staying at DurianRider's house when I was away, house sitting here, eating on my Cliff Bars, and they were walking across the road to McDonald's down the road and using the Wi-Fi to upload content. Yeah, so they were hustling, man. They were doing well. They worked hard at it. And another success story coming out of the DurianRider Sugar Mountain cult from Thailand, Chiang Mai.
I wonder how long they will last, though. I don't know if they're going to last as long as the DurianRider, because I just don't see their health panning out, and I don't think if they have that need for the crazy peak endurance, I don't know if they're going to be able to stick to it. You know what I mean?
I think they'd be fine. Like they sort of seem like they've got a good balance. I would say that I probably think Maddie's maybe I don't know. I haven't spoken to her for a while or hanged out with her, but I sort of suspect sometimes she pops up on my feed and I'll have a look at one of the dance videos and that. But I think maybe she's doing too much caffeine or trying to be too lean. You know, like trying to have abs and stuff. I don't think women should have abs. I never encourage my girlfriends or anyone I coach to have abs, women, because I think it's just you're getting too lean. A flat stomach's all we need. You know, flat stomach, perky bum, nice smile, stand tall, be bubbly. That's all you need. You don't need abs. You know, abs on women. No, I think it leads to hormonal issues and mental health issues. So,
is that really Dan? Can you guys? God damn it! Now I have to look because he's saying crazy stuff, and I have to make sure it's him. Because if not, I'm not even gonna respond to him. Why won't it let me? How do I actually go to his thing? Anyway,
it sounds like it's Dan. He can ask me any question. I don't care.
Well, he's saying what about all the fat girls you fucked up, Durian?
Yeah, give me context. Like, give me some context there.
Yeah,
fat girls are fucked, or fat girls are fucked up, or what's the context there?
Oh, DurianRider and Drew Morg are closer than everybody realizes. Let's just say that.
We're actually in the same house.
Yeah, we're a LAN party. He's in the other room.
Come back to bed, Drew.
Oh God. Okay, people said it's him. Whatever. Anyways, what are the cues in the chat?
I can't see the live chat.
JStar, yeah. What are you asking? I've been watching the chat and making sure I've been asking whatever questions is possible. Whatever questions seem relevant and people who are asking direct questions for DurianRider. Why not? He's a special guest right now. Yeah, anyways, what do you got going over there today, DurianRider? You're still in bed?
Yeah, just relaxing. I got this morning, uploaded some videos. I was just talking about Robert Lockhart and things like that. So yeah, just relax. It's actually today's the first day of summer, but it's like, what's temperature, Natasha? 16 degrees. 16 degrees right now outside. 16 Celsius.
That's cold, right?
Yeah, I've never experienced this before in Adelaide. It's definitely
it's summertime right now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the first day of summer. Meant to be.
Interesting. Well, we also have a troll on the channel, Get Fit with Natasha, one of my favorite accounts. Always fooling everybody. It's hilarious. Anyways, I think I'm gonna let you go right now. I'm gonna finish up with these peeps here, and
easy, man.
Appreciate you popping on and chatting.
Yeah, no worries, man. It's all about communication, carbs. With your digestion, did you ever do B12 injections?
No, I took when I was vegan, I took B12 pills, and I also took the cyanocobalamin and the other one. I forgot what the higher end one is.
Methylcobalamin.
The methyl.
Yeah,
I took both. Well, what I think is the issue is there's the theory out there is a real good channel. You might want to check him out. Heal Your Gut guy. He talks about it. Basically, you can easily injure your gut. Okay, depending on what you eat. So let's say you injure your gut with some shitty foods that shouldn't be there, right? This could be nuts, seeds, stuff like that. Even let's say you injure your gut. Let's say you invite in some infection to take over your gut. Well, once that happens, your good bacteria starts getting taken over by the fungus, the fungicides, the candida and whatnot. So once that happens, you're not going to just automatically fix that. There's no food that's going to fix that other than taking an antifungal, either prescription or going to the natural route and doing like a lot of salts, garlic, these type of things, oregano, all this type of stuff, which will kill the fungus. Then you go ahead and you start doing a probiotic type treatment, maybe 30 days down the road. We're talking like raw kefir, stuff like that. Now, maybe there is some vegan way to fix it. I don't know, but you do have to first address it with the antifungals first, according to him, according to his protocol. And he says that he basically cures everybody. He's pretty popular on YouTube. Kind of a small channel, like 25,000 subscribers, but his understanding of it and what he's healed from is very, very comprehensive. I'm very impressed by the knowledge. So anyways, that's kind of what I'm doing.
Yeah. Is the knowledge just good marketing speak? Or
it doesn't sound like actually it.
Pragmatic, because like the bike industry is full of marketing bullshit that sounds totally high tech. So my thing for you would be,
but it's very low tech information. Like he keeps it really low tech.
The fact he's selling something like that, it has my little alarm bells ringing. I don't know. I have to watch the guy. I have to see what he's selling and what he's teaching to agree or disagree with it. But my thing with you would be, what even digestive issues did you have? Like
insane amounts of bloating and gas. No bleeding, never. I never had diarrhea. What?
So this is bloating and gas. But I mean, everyone farts and has a bit of
No, we're talking like extremely uncomfortable. Like basically, I'd start eating a banana smoothie and I would start having bloating within 10 minutes of eating it.
You're having like some big volume of food.
Yeah, but for like several hours, and then then you're pooping, and then it's basically soft, and it's not clean whatsoever. See, normal. You're saying it's normal, and that's not something that I'm willing to live with. Like right now, I could tell you my digestion. Like I had piles of meat today for lunch, and I even had 2 beers with it, and I had no bloating, no gas whatsoever. So something I'm doing right now in terms of the the anti-candida thing is obviously working. If I'm able to now,
that's low water content, meat and beer. I mean, it's not like a big banana smoothie.
That should be
like half a gallon of fluid.
Yeah, but why would that cause more bloating and more gas? You figure more water content, less bloating.
It's more volume.
Okay, but why would if you have candida in your small intestine and your colon?
Everybody has candida. Candida is
okay, let's assume an overgrowth here, not a normal amount.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say you got an overgrowth of candida, an overgrowth of some sort of fungicide in your gut. It's feeding on that sugar primarily, which is causing off gases, and you're giving yourself basically IBS symptoms 24/7. Didn't matter what I ate. It could be smoothie, it could be lentils, it could be whatever. I mean, when I would wake up in the morning, I'd have my belly button area would be pressurized. I mean, as if somebody took a bike pump and pressed that into my gut. And that's how I truly felt every single morning waking up. It was really bad. Now, you say it's normal, and maybe you're willing to deal with that, and maybe you can squat and get it out or whatever, but I couldn't. Not that comfortably, anyway.
Were you squatting? No.
I've squatted for a period of time, 6 months to a year or something like that. I did that as a vegan. Okay. It became a little bit inconvenient.
But I think it's almost more hygienic because you go use a public toilet, you're squatting on the lid instead of the Hep C lid. What so when you started squatting, did you feel like you could take a bigger dump? You feel like cleaner, better release, or not? Really?
I never had issues feeling like I was relieved. I didn't have any constipation or anything like that. I mean, for me, it was always just too much volume. I mean, in my opinion, if you're eating 3,000 plus calories a day of plant food, primarily whole food plant based, the volume of fiber is just massive. It's
Were you having sugar in the smoothies?
No, and I didn't need sugar in my smoothies, man. I had the best.
You gotta do sugar, man.
No, dude, I had the highest. I did that for a little bit of time. I did that in the beginning because I was following your advice. Yeah, but man, you're talking like the sweetness was so overloading. I had good fruit, man. I bought good fruit always. Like I spared no expense. I had the best bananas. I had the best strawberries. I was spending $11 for a flat of strawberries. The 3 little packets. I was spending $11 for that US. So
that's cheap.
Later, Dan. Peace out, bro.
Like 40.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to be a fly on the wall and eat your fruit and see how good this fruit was. Like
it was very good.
That's another one because with fruit, the quality and the ripeness varies so much. And what is good fruit for one person, for me, it might be like, oh my god, like you eating this stuff? Serious? And so I think a lot of the fruit, if it's underripe, can But bloating is so subjective, isn't it? It's so subjective. I would say it's pretty normal. If you still got a bloated gut in the morning though, then that's Yeah, that's not ideal. So I wake up in the morning, my gut's like Gandhi. Natasha's like, she hasn't eaten for 10 years. So in the evening, it's like, hang on, like we're both pregnant. That's normal.
When I'm saying bloating, I'm not talking about there's a bulge. I'm talking about inside there's pressurized gas. Not, a lot of people, they might consider bloating and gas the same thing, but that's not what I'm talking about. I mean, you can have gas without having the bloating. Bloating, I'm talking about that belly button area is literally pressurized inside of your colon. And so you could feel the air pockets moving around in there. It's very uncomfortable. And maybe you haven't had that experience.
Just spread your cheeks out and let out a silent fart.
Oh,
but
man.
Was it painful?
Yeah, relatively uncomfortable. Not painful, not sharp pains, but I mean, it was uncomfortable. Let's just say that. It wasn't fun.
Spread those cheeks, man. Let it
out. Someone had a question. They're disgruntled. J-Star. I'm only asking DurianRider this because you're in here all the time. And this will be the last question for DurianRider. They said they had one last bite question. They said they have lower lumbar loss in their back. I need a bike I can sit up on, not lean over. Any recommendations from DurianRider?
Is that J-Star?
J-Star, yeah.
Yes. I'd probably recommend just go to your local bike shop and have a suss what's going on there. Go to a few bike shops, get a few opinions, and you have to sit on the bikes. I don't know how bad your lumbar is. I don't know what your height is, if you got a big gut or not, your flexibility levels, your cycling experience. My best bet would go to a few bike shops in Perth and tell me the situation and just suss it out. There'll be a bike for you, definitely.
Yeah,
there'll be a bike for you.
All right. Well, we're gonna cut you loose now, and we'll let you go.
That's all right.
And
we should do another talk about digestion or something down the track.
For sure. Yeah. I'm gonna have. I mean, I've got my feelers out with a lot of people right now, and as far as like YouTube personality people, it would be good to have another little round table. We might have to pull you in for another one in the future. That will be
always down, man. Always
that will be
down.
good, man.
I didn't even know how I ended up on this one this morning. I went onto YouTube and then yours came up in the live stream. I was like, I click on that, and just came onto it.
Well, it's good.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, appreciate you cruising by, man.
Anytime, man.
Later.
Very good. Thanks, man.
All right, Mr. DR. Easy money. Easy money. What you're describing are SIBO symptoms, Joe Cool says. Yeah, I don't doubt it, man. I don't doubt it. But again, I got those symptoms from being vegan. I didn't have it before veganism. I had a period of time as a vegan for a solid 9 months where I had zero digestive issues. This was after me doing a 30-day juice fast where I had no fiber and no food in my system. So I healed whatever was wrong with me. Then I went and I had perfect digestion. And then I went ahead and I got messed up digestion again. So I healed it for a short period of time as a vegan because I did a juice fast, which is not sustainable. And then I got the issue back again as a vegan. So vegan can't really tell me anything about that. Like if it's going to continually bust and break my gut and then give me SIBO again, then what kind of plant diet is sustainable at that point? Yeah, we have you back. Well, I'm back, guys. Sorry, I needed DurianRider on to talk about, we had to talk about relationships. We got to talk about gut issues. People we know. See, I'm not like the other channels where we only have carnivore keto people on the channel because we're like in our little zone. I was vegan for 4.5 years. So, yeah, I think it's pretty valuable to have these people on and talk to them and toss the ideas back and forth. That's how we're going to get to the bottom of this thing. Long-Legged Ape says, do you wonder what in the vegan diet causes SIBO? I think it's an inflammation of the gut. I think it's too much fiber. I think that there's certain things that are just potentially irritant to the gut to begin with. Let's say things like peanut butter, which I had a lot of without knowing it, of course. Maybe soy milk in large quantities can damage your gut. And then you get to a situation where there's so much inflammation, infection finally comes in, And because of that infection, you get these candida overgrowth symptoms. Yeah, see, that's the real DurianRider. That's just me and DurianRider having a conversation as two regular people. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Lua. I saw, we had a couple people that were like, get this guy off of here, or whatever, Hey, it's cool. There's a lot of other live streams for you to watch. We're pretty fortunate that we have these type of people stop by. And we had Dan, Conscious Calisthenics, stop by earlier. I don't know what they would work out on the chat. My voice is already shot. I've done a lot of talking the past couple days. So I'm not trying to moderate today. I just wanted to have a friendly, normal chat. Vegan Deterioration says, the vegan gas bloating doesn't seem like the type where you pass gas once or twice. Gas keeps generating more pockets for hours. Yes, that is exactly what I'm talking about. It like bubble, pain, gas constantly. It's like it's never ending. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, what you described is exactly what I had. Because it's coming from the fiber fermenting in the gut, in the colon. So yeah, it's never ending because it's literally actively breaking down. If you guys ever had a compost bucket and you guys put a lid on the compost bucket, you could see the pressure building at the top of the compost bucket because the bacteria is in there breaking down the compost. I'm an expert at this because I used to be the one dumping the compost for our whole house in Hawaii. I used to go to the dump every week and dump out 5 buckets of compost because we had 4 vegans living in the house and we each filled up buckets like twice a week. It's crazy. Salami Man. I know who you're talking about. That's mean. Constant gas. Yeah, see, I think that's a candida overgrowth symptom. I think that you can potentially kill that fungus with garlic, raw garlic, and other herbs and stuff like that. That's what I'm working on doing right now. And helps you get it back in control. The past few days, I've been eating an insane amount of carbs. I've been eating like pasta, like not pasta, pastries. I've been eating a lot of pastries along with my egg breakfast and stuff like that, just because we have them laying around the house. All the Thanksgiving gifts brought by. So J-Star says, when you say plenty of salt, like on a steak, do you cover it? Stupid question. Yeah, go nuts with the salt. I've been just loading my steaks up with salt. And I make sure to get that nice brown layer on the outside of the steak. And it's good. Jarls Girth, that's the first time I've seen that name in the channel. I like watching content, Drew. If you want to talk to Durian, so be it. Cool, man. Appreciate you stopping by. We want this to be a meeting grounds. The vegans need to see that other vegans are being treated with respect here so that they will also want to come by. I reached out to Leo Venus yesterday. I want Leo Venus to feel like he can come by and talk. I want to have maybe him opposite like another vegan, carnivore keto influencer would be good. He's a pretty respectable guy. I want somebody else who's going to be mirroring that, and then I can get in between it and moderate a bit, and we can ask provoking questions and start talking about this subject. We're getting real good information here. You get good information when you have opposing viewpoints and you see what the truth is. It's not really to like make one side look stupid or if you're after the truth, you don't care which side is winning. You just want the results. That's what I'm after, is good results. I just want to feel good and perform good. If it's some carbs and some meat, so be it. I don't think it's going to be veganism because I tried that. Maybe that works for some people, but didn't work for me from what I saw. And I'm pretty damn sure I did it correctly. RC, I'm newish here, so I don't know your origin story. Why did you go vegan? For the planet, for the animals, or were you chasing some vegan hottie? I was actually chasing a vegan hottie. That is the truth. I was actually chasing a vegan hottie. My vegan mom is hot. Trust me. But I didn't get it. I didn't get her. And funny story, through her, I met Natasha, spiritual mama, not Natasha, not DurianRider's Natasha. Tasha, spiritual mama Tasha. That was a fun experience. And then I saw her again and spent a lot more time with her in Hawaii. So it just got me kind of into that whole community. Joe Pearson has celiacs. Yeah, I mean, how are you gonna do veganism on celiacs? You'd have to cut out half the food groups. Luke Gear says that it took him or her 8 months. 2 years to do 1 arm push-ups. Okay, I could see that being a thing, especially if you're starting from ground zero. 13 pull-ups in 8 months is not bad, especially if you're starting with 0. That's pretty cool. Brooke Graves says, Drew Frank says he answered you regarding being a guest. Yeah, he did. We talked. We talked on email, and he said he's down to come on the show. If Frank would be a good person to have on with Leo Venus. I think they would both be pretty respectful with each other. I think that would be a really good chat, and I think Leo would be interested in that. He's got to get back to me, though. I messaged him on Instagram earlier. I haven't heard word back from Leo yet. Rich Carbo says, what you have is an imbalance between normal fungus and normal bacteria. When one or both starts to decline, the other one takes over in order to restore bodily balance. Yes, and that's why I believe I need to take some antifungal stuff, which is what I'm doing right now. Richard Who again says, I would like to see you get Harley and Freely to hash it out online live. Whew. That would be something. That would be a big number stream for sure. Hey, Really Organic loves it here. Hey, Dubson, you said facts, Drew Moore. What are you saying facts to? Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with the chat. I'm just going to go to the end. If you said anything to me, guys, I'm sorry. I can't. I have the stream on the normal latency tonight so that more people can watch it. Brooke Graves says, which raw vegan passed away? Dr. Robert Lockhart. That super skinny 75-year-old guy. Leo doesn't know anything. Well, he's a doctor. He should know something. And he promotes veganism online, so he should hopefully be able to, step up to the plate a little bit. He does seem like a nice guy. I want to bring Leo on. I'm sure DurianRider would, be willing to talk to her a bit. Freely said I looked like I was on steroids. That's a big compliment. What's up with all these keto carnivore denying Frank interviews? I don't know. Itamar, is that a thing? Frank does make a lot of claims that are not true. He thinks that a lot of these people are after him in the carnivore keto community. I don't agree with that. I don't think there's any reason for them to target Frank personally, especially when he was a smaller channel. Because I started finding Frank when he was under 5,000 subscribers, which was maybe about a year ago. So there's no, there was no reason to target Frank in the time frame that he's making these allegations. That's my opinion on that. He sucked on Tristan's channel. You didn't like Frank on Tristan's channel? Put Leo against Paul Saladino. I bet Paul Saladino would be into that. I could probably get a hold of Paul. I got some people who know him. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily. I mean, you got to blame. As far as Robert Lockhart goes, DurianRider says he has anorexia or had anorexia, and I believe that, but you can't. I mean, it would be hard for him to look like that on an animal food-based diet. But yeah, okay, got you, Dubson, got you. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, this channel should be the meeting grounds, man. Bring your best guy, bring this best guy, the carnivore, keto, vegan, whatever, and let's talk about the results. Let's talk about, we can bring science into it if you want, but don't let that be your whole argument, because we all here understand that there's more to this game than scientific studies. I mean, think about fitness, right? Like bodybuilding. They're still arguing to this day in the bodybuilding community on high reps versus low reps versus high intensity. Like, if that basic concept is still being argued in the bodybuilding community for muscle mass, then of course diet is going to keep coming into play. And there's so much more at stake when it comes to diet, because that affects your health more than your freaking muscle mass. Honest says she will debate Leo Venus wearing sexy lingerie. If that's the case, I will host it gladly. Richard says, you got some pull with Paul? Yeah, I know. I got some people who know Paul Saladino. I can get a hold of him if I need to. I think it's time to bring Frank on soon. I've got a few people that are down to come on that I just haven't like made the official announcement yet. There's a few. Rob Stewart, I got to bring on. Frank. Vegan Gains did say he would be willing to come on a long time ago. We'll see. Moon and Rock are not down. Joe Pearson. Evan is one of my best buddies. I love Evan and he loves me and he trusts me, but he doesn't want to do the show. He's like totally backing away from social media. So I gotta just let him do his thing. If he ever wanted to come on, he's more than willing or more than welcome. Anytime. High reps is the only way to go. High reps of anabolic injections. Nah, I'm making very good gains, increasing my reps quite a bit. I've increased my reps, time under tension, by about threefold. Doing the same workout, I'm doing more reps, more time under tension, definitely making more gains. You got to ask Frank why he never acknowledges you in the chat. Nah, I'm over it. He responded to me via email. He knows who I am. He just, for whatever reason, he didn't want to acknowledge me in chat. He basically told me like, hey, some of the people that you associate with are kind of dicks to me. So I'm not sure about you. And I said, hey, don't throw me in the camp with them because they've said stuff about you. I've maybe been around. I've been in the chat with them while this is going down, but that's not on me. DurianRider says, Evan is just a pretty face, no balls. That is not true, man. Evan's the man. Evan definitely runs the show. Trust me. He builds tons of stuff with his own hands. Guy makes business things happen. Evan is a pretty impressive guy. You want to see me and Frank do when Frank comes on, I think it'll be a conversation interview. That'll be that would be something I like to do with Frank, and then in the future we'll bring him on with other influencer type people. I am 5'10" at 145. I'm pretty lean. Oh, okay. That's my first set. Ask Harley where my Oakleys are. Harley, where's Angry Vegan's Oakleys? Thanks for the donation, bro. Has he mentioned you on his live stream before? I'm guessing you're talking about Frank. I don't think he's ever acknowledged me in the live stream chat. He's only emailed me back. Yeah, White Space Marine, you say slow negatives on those reps? I agree with you. How old is Frank? Is Frank like 25 or something? 24? Yeah, we do like our boy Conscious Calisthenics Dan around here. Poor Rob Bliss. Hey, Rob Bliss says he's super healthy, man. He's the health coach, so I'm just trying to promote a fellow health coach out here. J-Star is 6'5", female, 6'5", really? It's pretty tall. AV's Oakleys will turn up when he pays the rent. Ooh. $28. All right. Sounds good. I have some sick ass Oakleys that I bought for cycling. They're so dope. but they're only cool in the context of cycling. I do not wear them unless I'm on a bicycle with a hot orange helmet and some insane cycling gear. That's a good question about Woodstock Fruit Festival. That thing basically fell apart. Nobody I know is still going to that. That was like the heyday of that is over because all the cool peeps are no longer doing it. Thoughts on Vegetable Police getting ankle joint issues on the carnivore diet? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. That's bullshit. Vegetable Police, bro. Dude. Vegetable Police is a character. That guy, like, how you gonna do low carb or something, eat a bunch of meat, and then say you got joint issues? That's ridiculous. Honest AF is 5'8", 140. Solid stats. Do you work out or anything? What's your regimen like? And I actually don't know how you eat, honest. Do you do like a high meat, low carb diet? What's going on? Kelly says Megan Elizabeth not going to Woodstock. I don't think she went this last year. So 5'7", 5'8". You ladies are too tall for me. I'm just 5'10". You know, I got to make the cutoff at like 5'5". That's it. That's it for me. DurianRider is not banned. Okay, good. Good to know. I'm glad you guys all agree with this Vegetable Police situation. That's bullshit, right? I got rid of all my joint issues for the most part. I didn't have joint issues as a vegan necessarily. Now my ankle, when I busted it, didn't heal as a vegan. In my opinion, it would have healed better on meat. But again, that could have came down to just flat out absorption. Maybe my stomach just was not having it. Yeah, Megan Elizabeth did go to Woodstock every year, but I don't think she's I don't think she's going anymore. I mean, she's not vegan anymore, so. Really organic. Why are you have to release DurianRider? He's being called out. He should be able to defend himself. All right. Locomotive has issues with the way you do your thing, DurianRider, and she's had issues with me in my comments as well. But I have to give her credit. She backed down and said that she apologized for some of the comments she made to me in my comment section. So I do thank you for that. You know, I've had a lot of turnarounds in my comment section, guys. There's a lot of people who come at me real hard, and I give them an honest response, and sometimes it works out for the better. Sometimes they're like, oh, shit. Coming to an understanding with you. Locomotive is Michael Hebo? Really? I've seen them all up in the comments of some other people I know as well. Yeah, I was going to ask DurianRider actually if he would be willing to do the carnivore diet for like a month. But I think I've asked him that before and he said no. I think he'd probably be the best vegan to do it. What do you guys think? come at you real hard. Ooh. Guys. I love when it comes down to the personal attacks on Harley, and then Harley's just defending himself like a gladiator in the chat room. It's great. All right, what should we get into here? I feel like I can't cut the stream yet because I've only been here for these 2 hours and 15 minutes this week. I need to give you guys some more time. And should we do some YouTube watching? My throat is killing me right now. I've been talking way too much. Not just today, but in the chat, but like earlier today, I was out with friends. Let's see if we can pull up any good videos here. What do we got? What does YouTube have for us? Googling Harley, aka DurianRider, is you're gonna find some dangerous things, some dangerous topics. There's websites about that guy. There's YouTube videos, positive and negative. Ooh, this one looks like a good one. Shout out to Vegan Deterioration. I can already tell this is gonna be a heater. Whoa, see, Harley didn't want to acknowledge this earlier, so we're going to have to show him what's up. Yeah, Spencer Mack. I know Spencer Mack. Oh, old DurianRider? So good. Oh my god. Azra Conlu? Who's that? Oh, yeah. I like this chick. The little Thai chick that's eating tons of meat on camera. She's cool. If you guys haven't seen her yet, her channel's growing right now. She eats like tons of meat. Side effects of eating pork sausage, beef and Bali. Why is it lagging like this?
Be careful with the current. This one is strong one.
It's divine. Similar to Philippine beef in all respects, except for the insane price. I've been adding 4 eggs a day to stretch my food budget, to make up for the limited beef supply here in Bali. Eggs seem to round out my nutritional needs. I feel great eating poached eggs as a side dish. I'm starting to think of making it as part of my staple. Poached eggs as a side dish to steak is another accidental discovery on this vacation. I never would have thought of that if I didn't go to Bali. I often avoid...
DurianRider, you know about the Alpha Widow Syndrome? Damn, DurianRider's deep in the red pill.
...eggs in the Philippines because the quality is hit or miss. Even organic eggs don't make the cut. It only means the hens were fed organic soy, which is of course not their natural diet.
This chick looks really
Soy
healthy
is
to me.
highly inflammatory. Days.
It's pissing me off. Okay. It's not cooperating. That's fine. Something's up. Anyway. Yeah, that chick is super healthy looking. She looks amazing. Let me see if I can go back to it.
It's a good workout for the jaw and
I've never had that issue.
before I started the carnivore diet. It must be the tamarind juice mixed with other plant spices. I must be
Have you guys seen
even trace amount.
Have you guys seen Jackson Foster, Plantriotic, lately? He gained like 25 pounds. I wonder what DurianRider thinks about him. Ooh, alpha widowed Hannah. That's rough. DurianRider's a beautiful snake. You guys love DurianRider.
Foods. They just putrefy in my colon and cause nasty body odor, something I'm obviously not happy about. If you're eating right now, you might want to pause the video at this point and resume watching when you're done eating. Can you guess the fourth thing that I noticed? Yes, the poo became stinky again as they were before I went carny. Man, I thought I've left that behind. It came as a shock because I'm so used to odorless poo now. I used to think all poo were supposed to stink. Well, until I went primal carnivore. When nothing.
This is the cutest lady ever. She's 47. It's insane. She literally looks 25. This chick looks like any rice-eating girl in rural Philippines. Trust me, I know. I believe you, actually. I believe you, actually. I actually don't know what alpha widowed means, but it is a common term in the whole like red pill awareness thing, which will probably get my channel demonetized because talking about that stuff at all on YouTube gets you instantly demonetized. Luke Gear says, "What's your view on hedonism? I personally think it's a foul." I mean, I think that as humans, we're like wired and interested in having just pure pleasure and fun, especially for a certain period of our life. And definitely as a guy, if you're, you know, young, say 15 to 25 to 30, you're probably going to want to just like go out there and have as much fun as possible with women and whatever, if that's what you're talking about. And I think we kind of get over it at a certain point, especially if you kind of have your fill of it. You've seen, if you've gotten to play, you kind of get over it. This chick doesn't shower? That's not good. Yeah, Cameron Slattery says, I think Jackson's life mission is to prove that he can gain muscle on plants. I told Jackson, he's the one, he DM'd me the other day. He's like, check it out. And I didn't want to be mean, but seriously, his arms look exactly the same. It looks like he doesn't lift. Even though he gained 25 pounds. I mean, we know that's not all fat. Or sorry, it's not all muscle mass. The car entrepreneur guy, I don't know if his videos are monetized, but he does a lot of live streaming now. That's why a lot of those guys do live streaming, so they can actually make some income. Ooh, I disagree with that, DurianRider. I've had a couple issues with that, and so have some of my friends, but anyway. Keto crotch. I don't think keto crotch is a real thing. That's bullshit. People want me to post my blood test results. This vegan I should read stupid vegan comments. Actually, I saved one the other day. I'm going to read it to you guys. Let me pull that up. This guy sent me this message. I'm going to read it to you guys. Plant-based Mike. This is going to take a second, so give me a moment here. Well, we just disagree on many points. I would argue that your digestion issues would have gotten better had you stuck with it longer and investigated to see where exactly the digestive issue was coming from. As far as your absorption claim, I don't know how anyone can test their absorption levels, and I frankly think this whole idea that you're not absorbing enough nutrients is complete hogwash. It's yet another cop-out reasoning for people to just do what they really want to do, which is to just say, I really miss eating meat. Lastly, I would say you still have digestion issues because it wasn't the plants that were causing the problem. It was an underlying issue inside the gut microbiome, and all you've done is made it worse now with eating animal products. Your digestion may be better in some regard, but it will never be perfect like my digestion is, and that is because of the food you consume. Every doctor will tell you that when you eat animal products, your body builds the bacteria in order to digest those products, and when you eat plants, you build the digestive bacteria in order to digest those foods. When you switch, it takes quite some time for your body to adapt, and some people, it may take quite a longer time depending on the levels of disruption to that bacteria over many years of consuming animal products. So here's another classic vegan blaming going on. Guy named Plant-Based Mike, totally ignorant, that you should have just given it a little more time. Dude, I gave it 4.5 years to get time, and there was even periods of time where I had good digestion as a vegan, which then got ruined again as a vegan. So the only time it was fixed was when I didn't eat for 30 days. So these people are just insane. It's yet another cop-out reasoning for people to just do what they really want to do, which is eating meat. I never craved meat. I never wanted to go back to eating meat. I wanted to be a vegan. I thought it was cool to be a vegan. So stupid. Yeah, just doesn't understand. Just doesn't get it. Doesn't get it. Low-carb diets do not make you smell bad. It's nonsense. So many women are reporting the opposite, myself included. Yeah, peasant's daughter, I agree with you. Low-carb diets, the only thing that makes me smell bad, to be honest with you, is caffeine. And I smelled bad as I had BO as a plant eater. If I don't eat any carbs, or if I eat very few carbs and I don't drink caffeine, I have no body odor. I didn't suffer enough, Drew. Oh, I'm sorry, Shell. I'm sorry. I need to go back to being vegan and pay my debts. Harry Serpano says, plenty of studies show your bacteria changes within days. That's what I think happens. Within a matter of days, you can get used to eating new stuff if it's the right food for you. I think DurianRider does look good for his age, by the way. So people are saying in the chat. Vegan Thanksgiving? What's that? I'll watch that. Somebody wants me to watch Vegan Thanksgiving. What is this? Oh, with minks? Yeah. I couldn't watch it. Is this real? Is this family really vegan? These kids are full on like pale. They look weird to me. Thanks for the sub and welcome to the Morgang. Ooh, we got a new Morganger? ICF for the win? Hopefully I don't get straight up demonetized for this, but I mean, this kid, straight pale. Word on the street is DurianRider eats eggs. That's what I think too, you know? It's possible. You might get hit with copyright. You don't really get hit with copyright from playing other people's content too much. It comes down to music more so than anything, but yeah, that's a good point. I probably shouldn't play Minx, he's too big. But yeah, look, I'll skip around a little bit, but look at the complexions of these kids. See that? They all kind of have this like pale look to them. Interesting. Are they really vegan? They kind of look like it. They seem really into it. Like, full on into it. So, I don't know. They're a little too knowledgeable for it to just be a skit. The chat got shut down? Okay. No, not happening. The vegan view? Okay. This is going to really... The vegan view? The vegan view? The thumbnails are just... It's just so cringe-alicious. Easy vegan football snacks. They're football fans? Really?
Hey guys, welcome back to The Vegan View. So it is officially football season in the States, which if you're anything like us, means lots of delicious snacks.
I have nothing else to do while my fiance,
I know!
oh my gosh, watches football.
And often also you have like your friends around and
Right.
stuff, so it's fun to share recipes and snacks.
Yeah, especially Super Bowl is always like such a fun opportunity to make a really good
At least they're
snack, and
feminine
I always
chicks.
love
I'm down.
Bringing a vegan dish, just kind of shoving it in with the rest of the food and just like
Aggressively.
watching people eat it from a like past. I don't know why I had a bite. I'm like, why?
They do look super healthy.
Drop the day.
They do.
The day is going into the mouth.
They do look super healthy.
They're chewing.
That is sport.
With a little bit of adobo seasoning, you could do Italian herbs, you could do garlic, salt, whatever you like. Pop those in the oven, they cook really, really quickly, and then I like to serve them with some warm pizza sauce for dipping. These are huge.
Okay, all vegan fake meat is disgusting. Did you guys eat this stuff as vegans? Is this what vegans really like to eat? It is all really bad.
Huge crowd pleaser, and I really think you guys are gonna love them.
Fake vegan cheese is legitimately made me gag as a vegan. Diet and all that stuff, really, really bad.
Hey guys, it's Nisha. So I'm going to be doing a take on loaded baked potato skins. These are loaded waffle cut fry kebab. They're so good. I've seen it done with tater tots. You can totally do it with breakfast potatoes, regular potatoes.
This looks like hash browns.
And put them on a skewer. I love it.
That's cool. I'm not going to hate on this. I would eat this. I'm sure it does not good for your digestion.
Fries. I use these Alexia waffle cut seasoned fries.
Oh, I used to eat
They're
these all
really
the time.
good. Highly recommend them. And you're going to want to cook them for about
Those
5
fries are
minutes
good.
until all the way done. Then you're going to leave them out.
I'm not hating. I'll eat this
until
food.
They're cool enough to touch. Very important. Now you're going to take your fry or your potato.
DurianRider's cycling tip says, last comment, all DurianRider's angels had their periods. Where'd the comment go? Oh, and excellent blood test. Got hot, stayed hot, got fame, etc. Okay. Appreciate the last comment, DurianRider. DurianRider is now leaving the chat, apparently, unfortunately. DurianRider, we love you. I do rep DurianRider's angels. I don't know about Freely. That one was questionable. Natasha and Tori, though, good taste, good taste. You upgraded. Big time.
And slowly
What's up,
spread
Anina?
it on the skewer. I like to do it. This one doesn't melt.
Okay, so we got the vegan fries that literally come in a bag. That's fine. I'm not going to hate on this.
For you. And then you're just going to mix it all together until it's really mixed up and there's no like chunks of cream cheese or anything. And makes it really all nice and bubbly. I was vegan.
Okay, I'm not hating on these chicks. This isn't that bad. I mean, they're 3 chicks. They're on the show. They're cute little chicks. They're doing their thing. They got their makeup on. I'm down. I'm down with this. Here you go. Hit it with the like. You guys like that? Hit it with the like. I'm down. See, the vegan reaction videos, I'm not going to hate on them for absolutely no reason. This is every chick in Orange County in LA. Like, these are just LA chicks. This is normal. Tori's a competitive level bike racer now. Good for her. I'm into the channel. Yeah, no, I'm subscribing. I'm subscribing. You know, they've changed my mind. Changed my mind. Vegan view is good. Yeah, that backfired. I'm actually going back to being vegan now. So, any other comments? Any other channels we should check out? Vegans do know how to make junk food. They do know how to make some freaking crazy junk food. My buddy makes pulled pork from jackfruit peels. It's like literally using banana peels for food. I mean, that's not nutritious. It's crazy. Yeah, these are just straight up Orange County, LA chicks. Whatever, man. I'm not mad at them. They're doing their thing, you know? They got their show going. It's a very liberal left-wing type of show. It's all good. You know? Nisha's pretty cute. When she falls off the bandwagon of the vegan thing.
This is what happens.
You know, when she's ready to
go low.
When she's ready to leave. I'll be there to interview her. I don't need B12. My B12 is fine. I'm not doing B12 injections. Ridiculous. I eat shitloads of meat. So, you only like women who wear makeup? LOL. No. I mean, if you're pretty without makeup, you don't need it. You don't need to wear makeup to be pretty. And, Simnut Nutrition. We got a lot of vegans in here. Holy Rock Christina stuffing. Let's see. 5 days ago.
Happy
Will I get
holidays,
flagged for
my
this?
beautiful friends. Christine live.
This video
and
has a lot of
add this
dislikes.
Beautiful, nutritious veggie stuffing onto your table instead.
How do I think she looks after a decade of raw veganism?
Before we dive
Let's see in
into
this video.
this recipe, I want to let you know that I have
She's
just
30, right?
released my brand new ebook called Vegan for the Holiday.
Oh, Sean Baker and John and Leo were on Tristan's stream. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
And this recipe is in that ebook, so you're getting a little taste.
What if they don't shave their legs, Drew? Listen, if a chick doesn't want to shave her legs, that is totally cool with me. But I don't have to be attracted to it. I don't have to be attracted to it. Just like if a girl likes a guy with a shaved face and I don't want to shave my face, she doesn't have to be attracted to me. That's just fair, right? That makes total sense. It's like saying you prefer blondes or brunettes. You just have a preference. It's not sexist or anti-anything. It's just like, this is my preference. You know what I mean? If somebody doesn't want to shave their legs or their armpits or whatever, cool. Cool. That's fine. She doesn't have to shave for me. I'm not telling her to shave for me. I'm just not going to be into her. I'll have to look into that debate.
Of 35 of the delicious raw vegan recipes that I have made for you to be able to share with your loved ones this holiday season.
I think
just for fun, I went to the printer shop and I got my ebook printed to show you this copy. Now, as you can see,
yeah, exactly. Christina is going gray. I mean, I was going gray, late 20s.
Hefty piece of work. My ebook is 122 pages long. So not only are there 35 delicious recipes in here for you, but there's also so much information on how to get through the holiday season being a vegan.
Why is this lagging? It's pissing me off. Comments are turned off. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I think she looks fine, to be honest with you. I know that there's some videos that Vegan Deterioration has put together where she looks really, really, you know, a little bit beyond her age, I would say. But I mean, in this video here, right now, she looks pretty normal. I would say her face is starting to lose. I mean, look at the shots. I mean, you can tell, like, some of the shots, she's looking a bit, let's say, I just put it higher res. I think you guys will be able to see that. I mean, but I don't know her in person. You know, there's been times where she gained weight. But a lot of vegans, they get that kind of Joker face where like they smile and they have like these points here on their cheeks. I'm going to show you guys on the camera, like right here. See how I'm like round here, right? I'm round. It like comes to a point. You see that? It's really defined on her. And the nose narrows, the bottom of the jaw kind of narrows, the eyes widen, and it just, they get this sort of different look to them. I feel like I honestly started to get it too as a vegan. Someone says she's 33. No, I think she's younger than that.
A few days. So let's go.
But see, somebody said her skin looks good and and her face looks thin. Well, how does your face look thin, but your body is normal size? Like she's like, her face is a lot thinner than her body, and that happened over time. You know what I mean? The deep nasal fold. Yeah. I'm not familiar with the exact terminology. Oops.
Happy holidays, my beautiful friends. Christina here.
Give me 1 second, guys. This thing is freaking out.
We are approaching one of the best seasons of the year.
Okay, I think I fixed it.
And with that comes a ton of delicious recipes. So it's been tradition on my channel that every year I upload a vegan stuffing recipe to share. Medium, 1 teaspoon of ground cumin,
thank God.
1 teaspoon lime or lemon or citrus sauce to go with it.
See, when I look at this thing, I just see a massive pile of fiber now. I don't think of like, oh, that's going to be so delicious. Oh, that's so healthy. Oh, the antioxidants. I just see massive pile of fiber that is going to ferment in the gut and give gas. Nat Sill says most women want a slender face. It's not a slender face though. It's the fact that the fat and the collagen has left the cheek muscles around the eyes, around the nose, around the lips. What happened to Bite Size Vegan? I heard she peaced out. I heard she's not making YouTube videos anymore. I don't know if she's still vegan. Any other videos that we should check out? I'm down. I'm into this right now. Now that my thing started working again. Interview Spencer Mack. I think Spencer would come on the show pretty easily. We used to talk on Instagram all the time. I messaged him months before he went carnivore. Started trying eating meat again. I hit him up when I first started eating meat. I was like, bro, this is working good for me. Because he was kind of in the same boat as me. He was losing weight, not able to really build strength the way that he wanted to. Rob Liss. This guy's getting all kinds of free promotion from all the carnivore channels. He's got a video why you can't absorb iron.
Hello everyone. This is Austin from Raw Bliss.
That's a big like to dislike ratio right there.
A little bit about iron. Iron absorption.
Oh, the call-ins?
Calcium and
we should do call-ins soon. Maybe Wednesday. It's a good idea. I want to have somebody on the show on next Saturday, and then maybe Wednesday I'll do a call-in show.
A lot of people don't know this about iron, but when you smoke, if you are a smoker, smoking cigarettes, smoking weed, it doesn't matter. Smoking robs your body of vitamin C. And when you're low in vitamin C, when you're deficient in vitamin C, you're not going to be able to absorb iron properly. Even if you're taking a supplement. It doesn't matter how much iron you take, because you're not going to be able to absorb it without the proper vitamin C.
Anina, I missed you too. Are you partying?
Also, vitamin A is necessary for the absorption of iron.
Raw Bliss is live right now. See if we can catch his Instagram. No, he's not live right now. Damn. I would have jumped on there. Dude, I ate so much earlier, guys. Seriously. That meat place. Unlimited meat. And then somebody was just cooking it for me right in front of me. Nonstop. I was 100% full on meat. Wow, Anina. You are out of control. Party animal. Yeah, his Raw Bliss's beard does not look good. He needs to get that thing in check. Who did I want to look up right now? Eat, Move, Rest. Who's that? There's all kinds of new people popping up. It's a vegan channel. Okay. Yeah, the Korean barbecue. Poppin'. See, like, you know, guys like Frank and Bobby and stuff like that, I respect their opinion. It's cool, but, you know, they're always, like, harping on people for being feminized men and stuff like that. And I know if they saw this guy, they would say, oh, that's a feminized man, whatever. But I don't know if that's food related. I think that's just their personality.
Oh, hello. Does meatloaf make you angry like it does me? This year, we've gone meatless with our loaf. My two favorite things, lentil loaf and the shoe loaf. Oh, hi there. Today, we're making our famous holiday lentil loaf. Come join us. Easy
Fart
to take
bomb.
with you.
Lentil loaf, aka
Like
fart
your
bomb.
stool to look just like your food?
Yeah,
Happy holidays.
it would.
Okay, you guys, so Max and I have some Christmas shopping to do and other errands to run. We got to stop at the grocery store. So, I'm not hungry.
Are there good Korean barbecues in Irvine? I know Tustin has a few. I went to one in Fullerton called Mr. Barbecue. I don't know about anywhere else. There's one popular in Tustin called Jen Barbecue. I've never been there though.
So there's no cord, and all you have to do is put the base on like this.
That's a cute baby
so
though.
I usually just bring the powder and a banana, keep it simple for on the go, and then whenever I want it, splash a little bit of my water bottle in there. And Dusty is actually still working, but his brother Rusty is in town for the holidays, so you guys might get to meet him. So let's go in.
2 carrots. This. Now to spread this on our Eat, Move, Rest tea, which, exciting news, is now available.
Good morning, you guys.
Breastfeeding mom and baby.
It is early. So it's fall now. It's a little bit chilly this morning. It's about 50, but we are going to make our way to the farmer's market. And Dusty is actually out of town, so this is my first true test as a single mama for the next couple of days. So yesterday was actually quite the test already. I had to take Dusty to the airport at 4 in the morning. Immediately upon dropping Dusty off, we were met with a downpour, but we made it. We did an early morning workout.
I don't know, Anders.
Max did great.
That's a good question.
And
I've got a couple
he
theories.
Had a little bit of trouble falling asleep last
but
night. I think it's because his daddy was gone.
I don't know.
So he kind of broke out in tears, and we had to do a little late night FaceTime with Dusty, but we made it through, and today's a new day.
Yeah, I need to come to California. We'll party.
Let's get going. Have your smoothie. How is it? Yum. 2 thumbs up. Smoothies are done. We're gonna head out the door to the market. Wanted to mention that
I really don't want to be a hater because I think it's like extra messed up when you talk about somebody's kids, but does the baby look completely normal? I don't know. I don't want to say anything mean about the baby.
Hey, mister.
I don't know. Hard to say. I'm in Orange County. Anina wants the D? You guys think so? Anina, can you confirm that? Thanks for pointing that out, Greg. Appreciate that. I do think it's messed up to feed your kid a pure vegan diet, but what can we do? He's breastfeeding. No, he's eating smoothies. She just gave him smoothies. Who's vegan? Is Anina vegan? I will not. I refuse to be sucked back into the vegan way. I refuse. Okay, enough of these people. They've got enough screen time here. We're going to get demonetized for it. Who else, guys? The baby is walking a cart at that age. I think he looks pretty good. Okay, cool. That's fine. Nutrition by Victoria. She's following Harley's advice. Okay. Oh, vegan phobic. Yeah, vegan phobic is dope. Nina is confirming. I think she's just drunk right now. Nina, you're just drunk, you know? It's late. You're seeing Drew on the camera. I'm just the only guy around right now. Those annoying vegans. All right, you guys want them. Well, this is a 2-for-1 right here. Vegan detoxes hair. We're in the barbershop, baby.
And some people would get really scared and they would stop the detox early, and that confused the body because then the body went, oh God, I'm going to have to reabsorb.
So we've got a question left on our fasting and cleansing series.
The sound effects.
I'll leave the link in the description below to those. So the question...
All right, we can't be making fun of people for losing hair, guys. This is just not right. Just because these vegans are losing hair, they're thinning their hair or whatever, we can't say that that is for sure the vegan diet. I got to stand up for these vegans. We're just picking on them. This is not right. Is it? I don't know if this is acceptable behavior, guys. We can't just be picking on vegans because one little thing. Oh, they got a pimple there. It's a vegan diet. I don't know. I mean, the vegans like to say my gray hair is because of eating meat. Are they right? I don't know. I don't think they're right. The Joker lips thing. That's a thing. Oh, I got to pause here. Check this out. This is telling. This is chilling right here. I don't know if we can just be picking on vegans like this.
Would you care to share
The
your
cheekies.
thoughts
Look at
on
that. Wow. Bruh. That's it's pretty intense. Here we go. Check it out. Check it out. This is what I'm talking about. See? This is the vegan Joker. The vegan Joker face right here. We've seen this happening to the people. Who has more hair, Harley or Bart? I think Harley clearly has more hair. Bart shaves his, Harley grows his. Harley buys his. But don't you gotta agree that Harley looks way better with the hair? I mean, thank God he did something. It's better than the weird side shaves he was doing and then leaving the strips down the middle. Jesus. Take your shirt off instead? Yo, I'm fat right now. I've been eating so much pastries. I had 2 beers today. I am not the carnivore. I don't even know if this I haven't even seen my stomach in days. Losing it. Losing the tan too. It's going downhill from here. All right. Okay, guys. I'm losing my steam right now. My throat is killing me. We've gone on 3 hours now. I think that we are going to call it a night. What do you say? All for it, getting fat? I'm in. Don't suck in here. This is straight up. There, that was like straight up, standing up. Nothing. Go all night. No way. Got stuff to do. Some of my friends are going out of town. They want to hang out tonight. My friend is a dentist. He lives in Colorado. He's flying out tomorrow. Got to leave some for you guys for Wednesday and Saturday. Come on. Oh, I did want to check out the Tristan stream. Hold on. Did that really happen? He had Leo Venus on? Is that real? If he did, I'm pretty jealous. He did.
Condition where he could not produce his own carnitine, so he was unable to transport the fatty acids through the mitochondria. And when he tried to go vegetarian, not even vegan, he tried to go vegetarian, and he got really sick really fast. They ran the lab test and they found out, oh, this guy actually has this rare thing that causes him not to be able to produce his own carnitine. So they supplemented carnitine, good as new. So of course, there's always going to be, people who fail on any diet, and I think we can also agree on that there are many different types of vegan diets, right? There's like you mentioned, Oreos and French fries and Coca-Cola could be vegan. It's far from a healthy diet, but. Yeah,
Leo got killed.
When it comes to, again, being evidence-based, I think anecdotes are at the very, very bottom. They're almost not even worth talking about, in my opinion, because, and this is something I've heard a lot in.
See, here's the thing about vegans. Anecdotes are not worth talking about, he says, unless it's a vegan with good results. Then a vegan will say, see, vegan diet did you right, didn't it, buddy? Glad to hear it. Glad you got good results on the vegan diet. Glad you have so much energy. Glad you lost weight. Vegan diet, vegan diet, vegan diet. But if it didn't work for you, oh, no. That's an anecdote. We got to go by the studies, the science. You're an anomaly.
In you know, the YouTube space and around social media when it comes to people feeling their way to a healthy diet, right? And saying that the studies aren't really relevant to them because they've done their own N=1 study, right? I've done my own N=1 study.
That's right, Leo.
You know, my reaction to that is, really, have you really documented your results? Have you you know, controlled for all the confounding factors? What kind of statistical analysis are you doing? Where is it published? Like, it's not you know, experimenting on yourself is not the same as doing an N=1 study. That is just incorrect. But again, I think the position that we have to take if you're trying to align yourself with the truth is to look at the whole picture and look at the entirety of the evidence rather than one study at a time. It gives you a very small view of the whole picture. And you know, two is not being aware of the different weighting of the evidence, right? So if you have you know, a big organization that comes out with a big study that is the review of 800 studies, that's not the same as you know, comparing that to one study on its own, right? So it's very, you know, there's a lot of nuances and it's quite complex and it's so easy to.
They are putting up colonoscopy results where they see reversal of diverticular disease. These things are objectively measurable. And so we have these things that we can start to cobble together and collect data and sort of analyze that. Yes, studies are forthcoming on that. We should not rely only on that. You know, if I were to you know, make the supposition that meat is bad for me based on low quality epidemiologic evidence with very low relative risk factors, you know, colorectal cancer, 17% increased risk of colorectal cancer per the WHO, absolute risk 1%, less than 1%. That's really nothing. And we look at.
Yeah. Sounds like a good stream. I'm gonna have to watch this in its entirety, most likely. I want to hear what they have to say. This is a very good matchup. Baker and Leo Venus. There could probably be a lot of stuff to gain from this. I'm gonna post this in the chat right now. So if you guys are curious what it is, then you guys can check that out. And oh, look, we have a few of our friends in our chat here. We got we got Peasant's Daughter, we got Sid Meister, Standard Crew for my channel. All right. I think that's what I'm going to leave it off as there. Wednesday, let's call it. It depends who I have on. If I have on a guest, I'll have to work around their schedule. Really Organic was wondering what time I would stream Wednesday. Depends. I'm liking this sort of later thing, like a 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. start time on Pacific Standard Time, of course. So, yeah, because 10 a.m. is a little bit too early. I used to like to stream in the morning, but I was actually cutting myself off from a lot of viewers, unfortunately. So I'm thinking of a little bit later in the day. And then Saturday will probably be around the same time as well. I'm liking this 3 or 5 p.m. I'm glad that it sounds like Sean Baker had a good turnout in this stream with Primal Edge Health. So I'm going to definitely check that out. Anyhow, guys, once again, thank you so much for showing up and hanging out today. Was a fun little impromptu day. And I will see you most likely Wednesday. I also plan to make a new video very soon before Wednesday regarding this new dietary protocol. Not dietary, but the antifungal protocol that I'm going to be doing, or that I'm already doing. Basically raw garlic. You guys in here have already heard the whole spiel about it, but I'm going to make a video so that people are caught up on it. They can follow along. I'm going to give a shout out to the Heal Your Gut guy on YouTube. If you guys haven't checked out his channel, I recommend it. He's got a lot of pretty matter-of-fact information regarding actually turning your gut healthier if you guys are having issues out there. And I think this is a very widespread issue. Anina says, please do early on Wednesday so I can catch it too. Think of Europe, please. Look, you're here with everybody else. You're a late nighter, so you're going to be here regardless, right? All right. Hey, peace out, everybody. Love you all. See you Wednesday. Later.